The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Sunday, February 9th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up. When you do, sign up with that promo code TCESGPN. You get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
This is Dan Hawkins. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Sunday, February 9th. Oh my God. The marathon of Saturday games is just concluded. We had buzzer beaters. We had, court stormings. We had Dickie V back in the booth. We had a lot of great shit. YouTube.com/the college experience. Whew. I mean, I feel like I've slept like 30 minutes in the past 2 days. So but still, this is when you get into the thick of the season where the games carry you through. I had a good night. So gambling wise, so happy there. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Dant, Dan, AKA Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing. Somebody knows. Double the price. But no one touches Dundee.
There we go. God. The marathon. Oh, we got 7 games tomorrow, 7 games on Friday, 4 bajillion games on Saturday. Somebody make it make sense. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ride and Rush Show. And make sure you check the College Basketball Experience pregame show. Kicking ass every day. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, brother?
Yeah, welcome to the recap show where I guess we'll pick 6 games tomorrow. What a stupid-ass schedule. Cheers.
Unbelievable.
Mac tonight! Come on, make it Mac tonight!
But, I mean, we did have a great day of hoops.
Oh,
games
are on crack on Saturdays. It just goes up and down, up and down. At one point, I missed 10 bets in a row, and then I ran off 14 out of 60, and I was like, what is going on right now?
Well, not only that, even like the games that you don't even have action on that you're just watching. I mean,
yeah,
like it is like a heavy duty drug because it's like if you get multiple screens going, I like the sport is still undersold to me because like you could just get. Did you catch the Wilmington game today? Like, I mean, there's just so many games today where you're just like, and that's the benefit of having 175,000 games on it one day. But I mean, some of these games, the endings were fucking insane. We're gonna talk all about it. We'll talk about every fucking outcome. You were right to bet on Holy Cross, and I picked Holy Cross, but boy, they stick it to their crosstown rival, cross state rival, apparently by 20. Dave Paulson, where was this the past 2 weeks? Nice hit here, man.
Oh, easy cover. I mean, fuck, they dominated this game. Let's go, Holy Cross.
Shout out to Cody Frazier. Says he's going to be in Vegas. Hell of a good guy. Hope everything's going well. I know you're not sleeping either. Not because of basketball games, but because the twins you just brought into this world, right? You and your wife brought into this world. I mean, you need some drinks. Yeah. How the fuck did we lose this Richmond game? Oh my God.
Dude,
They're on the take. They're on the take this year because this is, for some reason, it's happening to Richmond a lot.
Yeah.
This was like a 5-point game with like what, 45 seconds left?
Dude, they led for 30 fucking minutes out of this game. Like, how did you not fucking?
Yeah. I mean, to lose, I mean, this had no business not hitting. This was the largest lead of the fucking game.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I thought in similar vein, Oregon and Michigan State. Oregon was like neck and neck. They had like a 14-point halftime lead.
Oh, dude, this is ridiculous that we didn't cover 8.5. Tom Izzo got teed up with like 10 minutes and they were down 8 and they fucking not only won but covered. Oh my God.
You know what? I'm going to blame it on one of our listeners that DM'd me at halftime saying you guys are fucking genius for your Oregon pick. You can't do that. You can't fucking do that. There's rules. There's rules to this thing. Yeah.
Always fucking tweets me middle of the first half. Stop tweeting at me middle of the first half. Unless you're like giving an analysis on a game like a ball screen coverage. Don't give me, great pick or horrible pick.
Yeah. Yeah. Oregon, they're not going to go to the dance. I think we can sample what? They don't have that many big time games left.
Unreal. Dude, they were like top 10 in the country like a week ago.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
2 weeks ago, they were like 11th in the country. Now they're not even going to make the tournament. It's amazing what the NFL money will do.
Circle Saturday, February 22nd in the Kohl Center, Madison, Wisconsin.
Well, they did beat Alabama and A&M, so I guess they got those on the resume. But
who, Oregon?
Yeah.
The Oregon's got a great resume in terms of like wins in November.
So I guess if they just take care of business against these shittier teams, but the problem is like I don't know that these teams are shittier than them.
You just can't have a conference record like 4 games below 500. You can be like 2, maybe 3, but you got to fix the conference record. with
they have opportunity though.
Coming up, there's opportunity.
They do have opportunity. Northwestern home games against Northwestern, Rutgers, then at Iowa, at Wisconsin, which obviously that one stands out as the loss, but the other 3 are winnable. And then you're home to USC, home to Indiana with everything going on there, and then at Washington. They really could go like 5-1.
Yeah. They don't need quality; they just need quantity right now.
Do you realize I think we had a lock battle when they played Purdue on that Saturday, January 12th or January 16th, 18th. Sorry, I can't read. They were 15-2, and they were number 9 in the country. Fast forward to February 9th, we're like, I don't even know if they're going to make the fucking tournament.
Yeah,
they haven't won a game.
It's unbelievable. Altman's lost his mojo a little bit, man, because it's been a lot of this over the past couple of years. So
don't let him get in that dance, though. He's good in that tournament, though.
Yeah. It's true. I agree. Horrible pick here on South Carolina, Kentucky. This I'm mad at the Richmond and Oregon ones because I feel like we're on the right side. South Carolina, Kentucky was just a terrible play by us. Kentucky looked the part. I apologize, Big Blue Nation, because you guys were in fuck you mode. Your thoughts?
Don't apologize to them. They got their ass humbled enough this week. Fuck those people. How'd Calipari taste last weekend? Don't forget about that. Good win for Kentucky. They needed to drill somebody. I can't believe South Carolina's 0-10.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing to me that they're 0-10 in the SEC.
They'd be in 3rd place in the ACC, right?
Yeah. Hey, they beat Clemson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they maybe even 2nd. Yeah. Florida Atlantic drills Tulsa in the game we were all watching.
I didn't watch 1 minute of this. It like went on my TV for a second. I was like, no, get it off.
Yeah. Seton Hall gets destroyed by Georgetown.
No, that was not destroyed. They covered the entire fucking game. I hate Seton Hall. God damn, I was all over that they actually were going to play hard, be up for the spot, and then Georgetown dressed that thing up. That was a fluke cover. Clark knows it.
Yeah, I had it on, but I wasn't super glued to it because I didn't have any money on it. But you may be right. But we did smash this one. Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh God!
Shout out to Alan Cooley, who went to the game, was making fun of the lack of a crowd. We need to talk about that. I know you're going to say the Thunder, but I don't believe it. Alums are alums. Fans are fans. I grew up watching Oklahoma be very good for a long time. Like, you know, back in the 80s, they were really good, you know, and even in the 90s, I feel like they would have good teams. Maybe they weren't top 5, but damn if I remember like their fans being pretty fucking good. What has happened to their bat? Like, is it conference realignment? Is it just the fact that they had Kruger make them fall asleep? I don't know what happened, but Oklahoma and Oklahoma State used to be great fan bases. And I don't think we can just say Oklahoma City Thunder came to town. I don't believe that, because these people went to the school there. I see football.
So, I'm trying to think what year when we were really good. Press Virginia, we played Buddy Hield. The year they went to the Final Four, they were number 2 in the country. We were like number 6 in the country, back and forth. They were showing up for that, but the Thunder did take a little bit of the mojo out of that crowd. Now, their teams have been boring as hell also over the last decade since Buddy Hield.
But
that's the last sexy Oklahoma team. Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't
Trey
know how.
Young.
Yeah, Trey Young.
Yeah, good call, Noah. Good call. They did show up for Trey Young. They did suck, and they should not have been in the NCAA tournament, but like, dude, they were entertaining.
Even their baseball crowds are good. I don't understand it. It's just kind of a fascinating thing to me, because Oklahoma State used to be a fucking hornet's nest. You know, I remember several good teams from both these universities throughout the late 80s and 90s.
Baseball crowds are good for like the sport, but they're still not like insane, I would say.
Dude, I watched a fucking where was I at? I was bartending somewhere back like in the past decade. Oklahoma's softball team gets like a ridiculous amount of views.
Well, they are insane. They are like Kansas basketball and softball.
Well, I come on, dude.
Yeah.
If you're fucking getting the softball team going, why can't you get the fucking basketball team going? You know what I mean? Like, I just think the school has those built-in fans. Yeah, but their fans are awesome in football, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
my joke is, it's not like they're putting all the resources in football to win games. They fucking suck in football right now too. Venables can't even beat Navy.
I mean, that's why we call them Arklahoma, because they're the next Arkansas. But I just think it's disappointing. I remember like the Mookie Blaylock era and like beyond, mid 90s. Sampson had him going. You know, like it's a shame. Tennessee just put it on. This thing was fucking over
the first
right
meeting.
from the tip, dude.
The
tip.
The first box out. I saw a guy from Tennessee put the guy from Oklahoma on his ass and go, this game's fucking over. Oklahoma, and this is Porter Mosier. His teams get worse at Oklahoma throughout the year.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm not saying you got to beat Oklahoma or Tennessee. They're good, but you got to at least show a little fight, in my opinion, because all of a sudden they're going to lose like 6 in a row now. Because that's
your home court, and you have a top 10 team coming. Come on,
Fight.
Shout out to Marlon Jemerson. Appreciate you giving us $20. Watch you boys daily, but rarely catch you live. Hit 2 5-teamers and a 4-teamer just this week based on your picks. I laugh my ass off and get paid while doing it. Appreciate you. Well, we appreciate you tuning into us, man. I mean, look, 1 + 1 = 2. Isn't that math? Something like that, right? We need to have people listen, because for years I did it when they didn't listen, and I was just here talking to myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I had fun with it, but I'm saying it's a lot better now. Put it like that.
This show's off to a good start. Like
One
last night.
can you put that on a T-shirt, Jake? 1 + 1 = 2.
1 times 1 is 1.
Oh man, if you can't tell, I'm a little brain dead. I'll be honest, man. I am a little brain dead. Like,
are you gonna hit or stay again with the 5? That's all.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'll stay. I'm a little bit brain dead today. I was just like, the conversation around, talking to my wife, or just had to go up to the store briefly, put some gas in the car, just fucking zoning out. Complete conversation. What'd you say?
Did the couch swallow you today?
I didn't fall asleep one time, man. Didn't have the opportunity with the 1-year-old. I didn't have the opportunity, man. So
my wife asked me a question today, and I go, "Can you believe Bellarmine's 0-10 in league play?" She was like, "Who the fuck is Bellarmine?"
You have to say Bellarmine, then she knows what you're talking about.
She looked at me like I fucking smoked Chinese at her. I was like, "Oh, like I'm talking to myself over here."
1 + 1 = 2. That's like some shit George Bush would say in his press conferences. Here's a classic one where he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Right? It's like what? Glad to be here. We did nail this one though. Iowa State 82, TCU 52.
Game day was there. You see Jay Will?
Why were they at this game? I will never understand this.
How about Jay Will tried to he amped up his pick and he goes, "I'm taking Iowa State," and he makes it a big deal. And I go, "They're 16-point fucking favorite against a fucking horrible DC."
That's their thing though for the basketball show. Like Corso's got the mascot head. They do T-shirts under their jacket.
Yeah, or they also were a minus 1,600 favorite. And I go, "Wow, good job, Jay Will. Good pick."
Yeah. I mean, they should pick a little bit better spots, in my opinion.
The basketball show has always been really poor, from my memory of picking.
Here's what makes no
locations.
sense. All right, I know they just went to the jungle for Tennessee. They probably wanted to go Big 12. Why would you not go Kansas State, or fucking Arizona, Texas Tech?
I'll be honest. If I didn't even think Wisconsin, Iowa was better because of the rivalry angle. Like TCU, Iowa State just doesn't move the needle for me.
But Texas Tech, Arizona, and K-State, Kansas were ESPN product games too. I was like, why are you at Iowa State, TCU? That game was on the fucking Plus.
Yeah. When you told me that yesterday, I was like, huh? What?
I was like, that's got to be a typo. Is it like a women's game? What's going on here?
We ate shit with Queens. Lipscomb actually played like the Lipscomb team we thought they were going to be. They went in there and pushed them around. 13-point win for the Bison. New Hampshire drilled NJIT. I knew this was the right side. These Wildcats. The cats were staring at me. You didn't want to lock it with me. I didn't. So I backed away. Even though that cat was talking to me.
I should have taken every Wildcat today. I would have won every game.
Yeah, speaking of Wildcats, shout out to Willie.
Shout out to my man, Willie. Go Cats.
Appreciate you, Willie. $10. Thanks for all you do, fellas. There we go. Always repping the Big 12. Wait, is he a Wildcat fan? He's a K-State fan.
Cocaine Willie's a big-time K-State. He's got a K-State podcast. The K-State fans were busting my chops today for getting cute. I'll own that. I'll own that loss.
Yeah, I mean,
I went against my core values today, and I ate shit.
I was about to say, you almost said integrity. I didn't know you had any.
I lost my integrity when I bet on Hunter Dickinson, that fucking pussy again.
I've been there before.
Yeah,
Lafayette,
man, you should know his record. I mean, fucking Coleman Hawkins tallying it up in his press conference is great.
Save it for that game. We'll do a deep dive on that game here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, or 3 hours. Lafayette 61, Navy 51. I picked this correctly, and I feel damn good about it. Why did we not bet this? I knew this spot was going to happen. This was the Tuesday game. I would have made money on this.
Discipline, Colby.
Discipline, burning me here. What was not burning me was one of my top plays of the night. The fucking Vanderbilt Commodores, 86, Texas 78. Down 10, no problem. Byington, Indiana. I'll say this. I was on the Sports Grid today. Shout out to the Sports Grid. And their producer is an IU grad. And he said, if we don't get Dusty May, I want Byington. So there's a little buzz about this, I think.
They didn't even say Beard first either.
I didn't hear Beard.
Wow.
Beard was looking ahead to Indiana today.
Yeah. I think he might have been saying that just because we got done talking about Texas and Vanderbilt, but it could just be also that the Signetti thing. But this is a huge win for Vanderbilt. Shout out to Damani in the chat. I know he's a Vandy grad and a big Vandy fan, and I love what's happening to the university now. The football team coming up, the basketball team looking at what it's a huge win. And they're like 17-6 or something, right?
They're not even on the bubble. They're not even a bubble team. This is an NCAA tournament team. This is actually them in Louisville is like a remarkable turnaround here.
Well, Vandy does have to win a couple. Like they got to avoid like the 6 game. Well, look at the remaining schedule though. Home to Auburn. At Auburn coming off a loss, at Tennessee, at Kentucky, home to Ole Miss, at A&M. I mean, they could drop 5 straight, and it wouldn't be them being a bad basketball team.
If they get 2 more wins, they're in. In my opinion. Maybe they're probably gonna have 3, including the
coming into the day. They were an 11 seed on bracket matrix.
They don't have a bad loss. Like it's all. I mean, they took care of the non-con. It's the first year head coaches have hit home run after home run after home run. Byington, Kelsey, DeVries, May. I feel like I'm missing a couple. Like it's a new era where you can flip it right away and be relevant.
Just remember, they barely beat Steve Alford. They needed like a game winner in Charleston.
That's
right?
when I thought fucking Nevada was good. I'm still clinging to that. I go, Nevada's good. Why? Like I watched them. They beat ECU, and then what happened? I don't know. Yeah. David Batol said Gottlieb. No, Gottlieb did the opposite of those other guys.
Yeah,
Vandy's 2-5 in quad 1, and they are 3-1 in quad 2. Sorry, 3-5 in quad 1, counting today's win. 3-1 in quad 2 for Vandy there.
You know, I doubt they're probably going to lose the next 3, but that Ole Miss game on February 22nd in Nashville, they got to get that one.
They just got to get 2 to 3 more wins and they're in.
Yeah,
because they don't have a bad.
I would say their remaining schedule is fucking challenging, man.
8 SEC wins, and they're all quad 1 from here.
7-11 get you in the SEC, in my opinion. West Virginia 2 years ago in the Big 12 was 7-11 got in.
What are they right now? What are they right now in conference?
They're 5-5. They just got to get 2
close.
more.
I remember Rocco Miller saying that it's mathematically impossible for, I think, 12 teams to get 8 wins, and only 12 can get 7. So, like, you're really pushing it at 7. You'd want to get 8.
There's a path to 8. There's a path to 8, but there's also a path that they could lose out.
They're too well coached, in my opinion, to just tank. I think he's too good a coach.
I'm just saying, in what games will they be favored in here? Ready? Home to Auburn, at Tennessee.
That one too. No.
So at Tennessee, at Kentucky, home to Ole Miss. I think they're still dogs, right? Short dogs.
Yeah.
KenPom has them as a 2-point dog.
At A&M,
dog, and then the next 2 are pick'ems. The home. Games.
Yeah, home to Missouri, home to Arkansas, and then at Georgia.
KenPom has them losing by 5 to the Bulldogs there.
That's what I'm saying.
KenPom says they'll win 2, and I agree with KenPom. They'll find a way to get to 7-11.
I think they can get
not comfortable though. Like it's
No, they're gonna have to get one in Nashville. If they
it's
only
the bare minimum 7-11.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? They're gonna play LSU or South Carolina. You beat LSU or South Carolina, you're probably in.
South Carolina almost beat them though in Nashville.
I know.
Oh, that was a buzzer beater, right? Yeah, we're close though, Damani. Let's take care of Ole Miss, or let's take care of Auburn next.
Where's that game at?
It's in Nashville.
Personally,
Bruce Pearl's ate shit there before.
Personally, Robbie Ryan Lurch, I am rooting for this not to happen.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
I think we should root for it to happen, just so they don't make it a 96 team tournament.
Yeah,
it's like we got like we don't like the SEC or these major conferences that have just destroyed other conferences. Really, all the power conferences, not named the Big 12, have went and just kind of made this like, hey, let's just take everybody. But
it is hilarious that Oklahoma and Texas are literally going from a 7-11 Big 12 team or 8-10 Big 12 team to, all right, we're in the SEC now. Let's go 7-11. Like it's the exact same.
Don't let the Big 12 off the hook. They didn't take Oregon State and Washington State.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, that's a good point.
16 teams. We don't need 18.
No, they should have kept those two.
They should have went to the ACC.
The ACC's already got 18.
Dude, you can't tell me that like Washington State and Oregon State like the same brand as fucking Arizona State. You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference?
But you had Arizona, so I mean, you had to throw Arizona State. Arizona State went to the football playoff this year.
I know, but I'm saying Washington State's had some damn good years under Mike Price and Mike Leach. You know, like I mean,
that's a Pac-12 team.
Why didn't somebody else take him? Somebody else take him.
Washington State's had the fucking the first pick or the first or second pick in the draft like multiple times in my lifetime. Not many other schools can say that.
I think the fucking Big Ten should take him and drop Northwestern and Rutgers.
Yeah, well, Rutgers. How the fuck did they get invited to the party? That I'll never understand.
Maryland.
Life. That is proof. Life is all about timing. Speaking of timing, what a great time to watch Fairleigh Dickinson and Wagner. I didn't watch 1 second of this game today because they decided to play it in the middle of just an onslaught of amazing games. Fair Dick, 11-point win against Wagner. Your thoughts?
No analysis. Didn't see a minute of it. Good win.
Well, turns out the hospital was closed today.
They're terrible.
I lose a lock battle to Mac as Detroit, Orlando Lovejoy. Good effort, but the rest of the team didn't show up. I think the hospital might open their doors again. 19th of February.
Dickie V beat cancer. No more hospital.
Yeah. I mean, bad pick. Shout out to Brandon Wood. Just said jumping in the chat. Started from the beginning, but always thanks as always, gentlemen. Always fire content. Appreciate that. Yeah, I lost money there, and then I should have bet this. Why didn't I bet this? Virginia Tech 65, Notre Dame 63. I tried. All I needed was a fucking bump from you. All I needed. I suggested this on the show. I said we should probably bet Virginia Tech, right? Maybe on the money line. You talked me off it.
Fucking Chewsbury.
Your Mike Young prediction definitely going to be accurate.
It's going to be accurate. They're going to win out.
Dude, I look at the remaining schedule and I'm like, they could. Maybe at Clemson is like the for sure loss. But even like Louisville coming to Blacksburg, I'm like, maybe they could get them.
Virginia Tech's going to win the ACC tournament. Watch, like they did 2 years ago, or when they beat Krzyzewski.
I should have took that.
This game has been disappointing, though, man. I like this team coming in.
You know what this is, right?
They're good in football.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't have two good schools doing the same thing at the same time. You know, it just doesn't work. Doesn't. Yeah, I can't like. TCU. Yeah, it happens like. What with baseball? You're saying? Say
No,
baseball.
TCU played in the college football playoff championship. They were round of 32 team. I think.
Yeah,
they
but
were
round of 32, I had a future on them to the Final Four, so of course they lost in the round of 32.
Yeah,
So
and then they got to the College World Series that year. That was a pretty
They
damn
got
good.
fucked
athletic
on that
team.
draw, though, man. They played Gonzaga.
yeah,
And it was a
tough.
back and forth game. Great
Both
coverage.
of you thought it
Yeah.
was a great matchup, and I was like, hell no, I'm on Gonzaga.
No, they
Yeah.
got fucked by the referees in that game. I remember that shit. They were blowing Timmy. That was a bullshit game.
They
That
weren't
was
as good down the stretch
tremendous.
as they were mid-season. They looked like to me like the best. I was like they're like top 5 good. And then
I was at the book, right? And circa like people were running down ready to cash their Gonzaga ticket. And I was like, good Lord, here it comes. They rolled the ball down 75 feet and popped up a 3 with 2 seconds to go to cover.
Damian Ball, baby.
Yeah.
Never doubt. Fucking
Yeah.
That's a great memory. That just fuck that.
So you guys picked Michigan. I picked Indiana, and something great happened today.
I covered
What number did you get it at?
2.5.
Yeah, he
Sitting
got a
back,
good
son of
number.
a bitch.
It really depended on what number you got because it
Yeah.
bounced between 2.5 and 3.5. So this one you had to shop around.
I'm getting lucky on these full quarter, or from Caleb Love, from Caleb Love to Fairfield to this. I'm feeling great. Every time there's a full court shot, I'm like, we got this. We got this.
That's why I'm not losing my mind that I lost because I had 2.5. I was like, thank God he made that free throw. They could always hit a backdoor take. Oh my God, he made a 70-footer.
Did you see the Dusty May press conference there? Is he gone, Bieniek? Your prediction?
I don't think he's gonna leave.
He said everything to be like, please give me an offer without saying give me an offer, but also without leaving Michigan in the dust and like totally making it obvious. So yeah, I think if he gets offered, he's gone.
Yeah, it was
Bold
a good.
predict- I think he's gonna stay at Michigan. I think Chris Beard's gonna be the next head coach at Indiana.
I wouldn't be surprised if Beard's above him and like who they offer first. But those guys are 1-2 and like the realistic options, not the you gotta call this guy, you gotta call this guy.
Brad Stevens, you gotta call fucking John
Billy
Woodard.
Donovan, you gotta call Rick Pitino.
Call Bill Walton.
knows?
I mean, the Indiana fans are out of their fucking minds.
Did you say call Bill Walton?
Yeah, exactly. Some of the options that they're throwing out there are as realistic as Bill Walton.
Like I do believe he's still with us here, but
Dude, he's with us in spirit, man.
yeah,
I love Bill Walton.
you could, yeah. He's. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole tonight, but
Yeah, please do not name another guy.
I'm just trying to stick to the. Trying to stick to the format. Wisconsin drills Iowa 74-63. So the Iowa job's opening up soon. Steve Alford returning, hopefully. You took Iowa, right?
Yeah, they suck. I hate that fucking team.
Unbelievable.
Hey, hold on, we got to get to this. This is a good comment right here. Hey, buddy, you're going to be here for a while if you're waiting for the Sunday picks.
These people, I love it. Yeah, there's like 20 of them on the YouTube page. It's like these people are talking so much. It's a fucking talk show.
It's a talk show, you fucking
talk show.
jackpot. My God.
We talk about every game of the whole entire college basketball season. There's other stuff out there.
And because of that, last night we were up till 4:30.
Yeah.
We wouldn't
Hey, buddy, we're going to purposely go slow because you said that now.
Yeah. But what you could do is dial 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. But like I said, after you press 9, you got to wait 17 minutes and 34 seconds before we give out the play. Or the plays. It's only 7 games or 6 games or something, but there's plays on that if you jump over there and do that. We ate shit on the Citadel. This place was lit, by the way.
Dude, VMI is a good story. Like, I'm happy to lose. This is one of those ones where I'm like, hey, man, tip of the cap.
It's like me with the UConn St. John's.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
okay. dude, whatever they did over Christmas break, they turned like a fucking big corner. They turned a big corner after Christmas break. I mean, look, I know they're just beating your rivals here, but they beat their ass. Very impressive stuff happening there in Lexington, Virginia.
It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. They're 6-6 in the SoCon. This is fucking VMI. And I'll credit TCE. We had Andrew Wilson on the show, and now he's got it rolling. Let's go, Andrew Wilson.
We have that effect.
We like winners. I'm happy for him, man. That's a hard ass job. That is a hard job.
Yeah, dude, that's one of the hardest jobs. I would put that as like top 5 hardest job in probably college basketball. You don't have the portal. All the academy jobs.
Maybe top.
All
one.
the academy jobs.
Yeah. VMI is another level though. Army and Navy are easier to win at than that one because they have more money. Army.
They have more money. Yeah. It's the Citadel is actually the Citadel might be harder. That's the only one that you might be able to argue is saying that this could be harder.
No doubt.
Because in Virginia you're surrounded by better talent than in for basketball than in South Carolina. South Carolina is more of a football state.
Yeah, those are 1-2 of the hardest jobs. And you're in the league with fucking Wofford, East Tennessee State, Sanford, Chattanooga, like actual basketball programs. It's like, oh yeah, you're supposed to beat these teams.
Like those teams, if you had to reroute the sport, those would be like Patriot League teams.
Yeah, and that might be No kidding.
Speaking of Patriot League, Army double overtime. This is what I mean, though. Didn't have any action on this game, but had this game. Did you bet this?
I did. I bet Army. Dude,
this game was on crack.
Dude, this game was ridiculous. This is why the sport's the greatest thing out there. Like, I hope in the future more people can get as many TVs as we have, because to watch on a Saturday nonstop, or maybe just love the game as much as we do. Like it is, this was one of the games that I had zero action on, and I'm just watching this game. The final like 5 minutes of this game till the end in double overtime, I could watch that. I mean, that's like that heroin. That is the equivalent of heroin. Dude, tell me you watched the end of this game.
Absolutely. I watched all the overtimes. We got to shout out Kevin Kuick, man. Army is one game out of fucking first place in the Patriot League. This is not a fluke. They have never been to the NCAA tournament, and Army is a realistic contender.
Let me ask you this. William & Mary's never been to the NCAA tournament. Who's more likely, Army or William & Mary?
Army.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Army.
I think you're right.
It's a crazier league, and I think they're closer to the top. I don't know if Bill & Mary's on the same level as the Wilmington and Towson.
Yeah. 357. By the way, I saw your $5. I appreciate it. I don't have no comment on, I don't watch the NBA, so I have no idea. He's out of shape. Sure.
He's will say this. Right? How about that? ESPN switched the Auburn, Florida, which technically that was like a no contest in the second half, but that NBA game slowed down their whole Dick Vitale charade.
Dude, I missed the whole beginning of the Duke Clemson game because I wanted to watch fucking LeBron chew bubble. Like LeBron didn't even play.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean that league needs to be blown up.
Talk about network execs like not knowing at all their sport.
The product.
That on the Ocho, that shit sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible. Army Bucknell way better than anything. The Army Bucknell game. If you're bored tomorrow, throw that shit on. Specifically, you could fast forward to the final 5 minutes of regulation, and then overtime, and then double overtime. Well worth it. North Alabama, West Georgia. North Alabama drills West Georgia. We didn't play that.
Good, man. They're fucking good.
Yeah. You locked up Little Rock. Shout out to you with Darryl Walker there. 76-62 against Morehead State. Morehead State's fucking awful lately.
First year head coach, Fanatics, they're going through right now.
Then you had what the fuck was this game, dude? I'm so glad I didn't bet this. I was thinking about betting this. Georgia Southern just drills Western Michigan. What? How bad is Western Michigan? Bieniek, I thought this was going to be a game. What's going on in your state, man? Southern just comes up there and destroys Western Michigan. I thought Western Michigan was the play too. Shout out to Jared Green. Appreciate you. Hey, fucking legend, Jared Green there. Hope you're doing good, brother. And yeah, come on out. Let's go. Troy gets drilled by Miami, Ohio. The MAC made a statement today, Mac.
Mac had a good day.
The MAC made a statement today. That's a big win, man. Lexington Steel, Travis Lexington Steel doing a good job there.
They protected home court. There were a couple bigger wins to the MAC. Like I was like, hello.
Oh yeah. Southern Illinois drilled UIC.
Dude, Southern Illinois is a team to watch out for in the Valley tournament. Nagy, that fan base, they got a little energy right now.
Yeah. And then I got to give you credit for this one. You brought me into this Delaware Blue Hen madness. And with that line, you're like, oh, that's 5 in a row. I go, you're right. You're the man.
Bill and Mary's done.
Delaware 74, Bill and Mary 64. Blue Hens get it done.
It's how quick the season can change. On Monday night, I went to Bill and Mary and I said, what a team this is. It's the best team ever. 6 days later, they're cooked. I bet against them back-to-back nights. They've got to kill them both. Welcome to college basketball.
Shout out to 357 giving us $5. He wants our Super Bowl picks, even though he'll be in Charleston, right? Watching the ponies. And are we talking West Virginia? Do you live in West Virginia?
Yeah. Wait, are you in Charlestown?
Yeah. There's I've been to that racetrack. That's a fun time.
That's a good place.
That's a fun time.
Charlestown.
Yeah. I don't. What's I think Chiefs.
Chiefs minus 1.5.
Yeah, Chiefs. Just for shits and giggles, Patrick Mahomes rushing touchdown, first score of the game.
I'm in a neighbor's playoff pick'em pool, and if the Chiefs win, I come in first place. So I picked the Chiefs.
So I retract my statement. I'll take the Eagles. I'm joking.
Chiefs 24-23. So if you want the Chiefs, take the money line.
There you go.
Fuck with that 1.5. That fucking Vegas shit.
Yeah. Winthrop, 105. Upstate 95. We picked this incorrectly, but didn't bet this game. I didn't think Upstate would give up 105 points in 40 minutes. Good God. Winthrop, relax. Manhattan, St. Peter's was a game for the ages. 84-83 in overtime. I believe we picked this correctly. And then we had a battle in the Sunflower Showdown. Mac went with the Jayhawks, still living the fairy tale that this team is good. Fucking Hunter Dickinson. Dundee, sharp as can be. All over K-State as Jerome tagged. That magic, it's there in the Little Apple. 81-73. Bieniek, we got to talk about this one, man. We got to talk about this one for a little bit because
he had all his Michigan guys there. Doug McDaniel, Hunter Dickinson. Bieniek will love this game.
Where is K-State now? Because they are hosting Arizona next, and I feel like if they win that, I think they're going to win it too. If they win that, you're talking. They got to be playing themselves into the fucking NCAA tournament. They got how far out are they right now? You think?
If they beat Arizona, they're legitimately right there. Because that means they would be 7-6 in the Big 12 with wins at Ames against Kansas. Now they do have a decently bad loss against Wichita, which is a bad loss. LSU. And I guess LSU too. But I mean, when you win in Ames, you beat Kansas, and if they beat Arizona, that's 3 quad 1+ wins.
Also, a decently bad loss is very, very kind. A 19-point loss to the Shockers, who are in the bottom half of the AAC.
But they do have a win against Cleveland State, who might run the table.
And don't forget about our Delta Devils cover against Kansas State too. They just played so bad early, and it may have cost them because not counting the win today, they're 80th in the net, so they'll probably wake up 65 to 70 range, in my guess. But
did you guys listen to this game on audio at all?
No. Wait, with Fran?
I forget who made. I mean, I don't remember who made the statement. But
radio. I was like, no, not radio. But yeah, I had it on the
radio. No. Early on, maybe pregame before the game actually tipped, they were saying, one of the announcers was saying that Hunter Dickinson should be considered for National Player of the Year.
Yeah, they're on track.
Can we get better announcers? Have they watched the fucking season? What? I was sitting there like, what? Like, how can you be this bad? I don't understand how you can be this bad. If you get paid to do this, how?
He shouldn't even be in contention for Big 12 Player of the Year. He's the only guy at Kansas that doesn't win the regular season.
It's really unbelievable. It's like I wouldn't have him in my top 15 players in the Big 12.
Dude, he was horrible again. Like he just walks around. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, where that's coming from is Ken Palm just going off of who stuffs stat sheets has Dickinson 4th, but he's still not Janai Broom, Cooper Flag. Those are the
he
two
stands
that
out as a horrible defender, nonstop. If you watch
I wouldn't say he stands out. He's still a presence inside. They just beat him to shit in these pick and rolls.
I just feel like I've watched specifically probably Kansas as one of the. I would say Kansas is one of the teams I've watched most this season. And
he
one
is
of the things
he is the most picked on big man in the country.
Yeah.
Kansas though is better significantly defensively when he is on the floor.
No,
that's a truth.
No.
Yeah, no, if you go and look up the lineup stats over at
I don't care what the fucking stats say. I have 2 fucking eyeballs.
He's on the floor all the time, so you just see him.
They're not better with him on the floor. That is a flat out lie. The game's on the line against Houston, and he gives up 3 offensive rebounds to Juwan Roberts.
Yeah,
but Houston's scrappy. That's
not only that. Roberts beat him off the dribble too.
They're fucking nuts. It's not they're scrappy. No, grab the ball. It's not.
He's a lazy player, man, and it shows up.
Yeah, I'm not defending.
It shows up on film. Yeah.
No, I totally disagree with him even being anywhere near the National Player of the Year conversation. I'm just saying, I'm not sure they have a lineup that is better without him on the floor.
I disagree.
I wasn't making that case. I'm making the case.
I
don't know that I would have him as a top 15 player in the Big 12.
I would play Florian Adams. I would use Dickinson for 20 minutes to get some points. But when the game's hard, I'm not putting Dickinson in there. He's not going to get a rebound. He's not going to defend a ball screen. And he's probably just going to walk around with bad body language. Always.
Well, how far would you put him down, in the Big 12 best players? He's pretty fucking far down, right?
Yeah. It will define best player.
It depends on
I guess it's subjective, just like the National fucking Player of the Year. But
is he a Big 12 Player of the Year candidate? Absolutely fucking not.
It depends on how much you care about the face value stats. If you're just going off and looking at the piece of paper, he's up
they gotta watch the games, man. They gotta watch the games because he stands out.
Bill Self has ran through the Big 12 every year. He gets Hunter Dickinson, and now all of a sudden he's 17-14 in his last 31 Big 12 games.
Yeah.
He also has a point guard that can't shoot.
He didn't have a point guard that could shoot 2 years ago.
He's a good point guard, though, man.
Harris was the
yeah.
point guard of the national championship team.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
dude.
I agree.
I think like you don't need to have a fuck. He doesn't need to be shooting lights out. I think he's a good floor general. I think he's a.
I love Harris.
Yeah,
I
I
love
like his game. Yeah.
You don't have the shooters outside of your inside presence. You know, like Store hasn't been. That's player identification and
I
scouting.
agree with you. Store
That's
sucks.
on self.
Yeah.
You paid him $2 million
true.
to come in.
That's true. That's true.
I agree.
And-
with
But Harris is definitely not the problem because he's been.
Well, you need shooters.
But
And-
he's played huge in big games throughout his career.
He's a top 5 point guard in the country.
Yeah. I tend
He's
to
won a
think
national
if not,
championship.
he's at least top 10.
Yeah,
Right?
Sure. It's being
He's not sexy, but he still gets shit done.
Good defender. Good defender too.
Yeah,
I'd take Braden Smith.
I agree. I'd
Yeah,
take Braden
I
Smith
would too.
but I would take Harris in the top 5 though. I think they should play Flory and Adams and when the game's hard. I wouldn't play Dickinson. He doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah. Folks, what I tell you, the college basketball experience is brought to you by us, SGPN. Yes, we are part of SGPN, and we're running a Super Bowl Squares pool for the Super Bowl, which is tomorrow. $1,000 winner take all. So it's basically like last call right here. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/squares to sign up today. That's SportsGamblingPodcast.com/squares. Due to popular demand, if we get 200 entries, we will release another $1,000 free squares pool. So more chances for you to hit for $1,000 for free. What are you doing? Tell your friends. I mean, it's free money. We're also brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Yes, Super Bowl is tomorrow, if you didn't know. And get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Look, scoring touchdowns is key to hoisting the Vince Lombardi trophy, and you have a shot to score big by betting on all of them at DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get 200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use that promo code SGP. Once again, that's code SGP for new customers. You get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, helps available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpt.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms of responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. SGPN's proud partner Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds. Look, you can copy one of the top-performing models from the leaderboard. I think you still will make cash. But me, I like to build my own model. And what's cool about Rhythm is it will adjust around what I like. They got NFL picks. They got NFL props. They got college hoops. They got NBA. They got it all over at Rhythm. Claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. These next games were fucking hilarious. Not really for one of these. I mean, I ended up pulling. I don't think I did it on the show last night, but I ended up betting Wilmington this morning. Of course, they had like 75 chances to win this by like 10 points or 6 points, and every possible, like, what were the odds of Drexel getting this into overtime originally, then into the second overtime? This game was fucking hilarious. I'm okay losing my money here, because this was riding the fucking roller coaster. This game was, I think you can make an argument this was the best game of the day. I think you can make a case that this might have been the best game of the day just because of how bananas this game was. Did you bet Wilmington?
I did. It ate shit. Fun game.
God,
Fun
dude.
game.
Yeah, this game was absolutely insane. Wilmington, the best team in the CAA, Mac.
Towson.
Mm.
It's close though. It's close. It's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah. But I bounced back with the wild one here. I couldn't believe they called the foul on this. Did you bet American with me? Or did you take?
I had I had Lehigh.
Dude,
man.
what was that foul with 0.8 seconds? The fuck was that?
One game.
Goes to overtime. American covers. It wins 78-75 in overtime against Lehigh. Then fucking Dartmouth. Put it on. Harvard. Pick this correctly. Yeah. So wait, we battled on American Lehigh. Why do I not remember that battle? Oh, because we did a 4-hour show.
Yes, 4-hour show.
I didn't remember that battle. I'm disappointed that we didn't lock this one up. Charleston Southern wins outright against Gardner Webb. We picked this correctly. I even picked the money line on the fucking sheet. I just should have bet this. Why did I not bet this?
Too much discipline.
Yeah, too much discipline. We did double lock the Blue Jays of Creighton. This game was awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Talk about a game of runs back and forth. Creighton is on a roll. No Pop Isaacs, no problem.
St. John's better be careful of them.
Everyone's talking UConn, Marquette, St. John's. Creighton just sitting there.
Fun.
They got UConn in Omaha next on Tuesday.
You're gonna tap UConn's ass.
Now the only thing is it's a look ahead because they got to go to the Garden and take on Slick Rick.
But they're not going to overlook UConn.
I don't think they will either.
UConn still got the. It's like playing Kansas. Like you're getting or North Carolina. You're getting up for UConn. They already won in stores. They Ashworth and Kalkbrenner are better than any player on UConn. So I'll take I'll be on Creighton.
See, here's the thing though. Like, and I don't want to take it away from Creighton or the fans. I saw someone in the chat saying book them for the Final Four. Do you remember the Villanova game a couple days ago where you banked in a corner three?
Yeah, they're not as good on the road.
I think they're a good team, but I don't want to overreact to them winning that many in a row when one of those was literally, you could make a case the luckiest win of the season. Still a great win here. And I do think they are they're a dangerous team. And I think, they could win the Big East here.
They feel like a Sweet 16 Elite 8 team, just like the last 2 years with Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner's kind of a legend there, to be honest.
He's actually having a money year. He's having a money year, man. He's had
a money career. When he got hurt that 2 years ago, those 5-6 games, they lost every game. He came back and they rolled to the Elite 8.
They were a fingertip away from the Elite 8 or from the Final Four.
Yeah.
Some would say it's a questionable foul.
Yeah. And they had Tennessee. They lost to Tennessee, right? Rick Barnes.
No, San Diego State is what I'm referring to.
No. Last year in the Sweet 16, they had the lead on Tennessee with like 5-6 minutes, and then Tennessee just pulled away. They were right there to get back. It's been a good program, to your point.
Now let me ask.
He's an easy guy to root for.
Now let me ask you the other side of this one. Is Marquette gonna lose us in the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament?
No, because everybody's going to pick against them. So that means Shaka will go to like the Sweet 16.
Yeah, plus they'll be like probably close to a dog. They'll be within a possession favorite.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be as much expectation on them.
They also have a superstar. Cam Jones is a star. So
dude, he had some highlights today, man.
Oh, dude, he's so fucking good. I love watching him play. He's a guy that I think can, and he's a senior, so I think he's a guy that can will them to some wins in March.
Maybe they'll be squaring off against the Maine Black Bears, who annihilated UMBC 73-50. Who is this Maine team? Who is this Maine team that's sitting there?
Nice.
Sitting there with 16 wins or whatever. This, hey, we ate shit on Cornell.
Dude, who's this Yale team? My Lord, they're killing everybody.
103 points in 40 minutes.
This is the MAC or the
yeah. Same difference. I'm joking.
There is a big difference. Crazy, man. Yale and the MAC, man.
It's the same fucking shit. You don't lay double digits in the Ivy or MAC. It's the same fucking handicap.
Shout out to Virgil. Can you go back? Virgil gave us a donation, Bina. Can you bring that back up? Appreciate you, man. He had a 8-teamer. There you go. Appreciate you, Virgil. We had Columbia cover by a half a point against Brown. Didn't bet this, but I definitely picked it incorrectly. Who'd you pick in this?
Columbia.
74-72. I didn't watch a second of this. How about we got to talk 5 minutes on this one here? Because I picked this correctly, but I didn't have it on the money line. Niagara wins outright at the Aqueduct. Woo! What a win! They were catching 12 points.
I didn't see a minute of this. How'd they win?
I didn't see it either. I'm just sitting there like, whoa. Wow. I mean, this is a team that has been ass all year.
Yeah. Niagara's been up and down. I rely on Sam Fetterman for my MAAC updates. So I got to go back and look at what he was tweeting about. Dude, this is the problem though. Why would you play on Saturday? I didn't watch a minute of the MAAC today.
Patty C brought up a good point today on social media. I guess he was talking to Norlander and
he's all over the place today.
Yeah.
Patty C
but
did
he's
pretty
like,
damn good on social media today.
I know.
He killed it. There we go.
On Norlander's radar.
There we go. Shout out to Patty C.
Also forecasting a court storm and Cooper Flag getting bumped into.
Like Duke fans are such pussies.
Hold on. But he hold on. What was my point there?
Something about Patty talking to North.
No. He was saying like why was there only like 8 noon games, and then you go to there's fucking like 52 games on at once. He's like, how am I supposed to take this all in? I go to 11 screens, and I still didn't have room for Niagara and Quinnipiac. That's why you shouldn't play on a fucking Saturday.
Hoops Peterson had me on tonight for his radio or his podcast tomorrow. And I joked with him. I said at 2:00, I had 10 games on at once. That was not even a third of the games that were going on. And at 4:00, at 4:00 there was 34 games. At 2:00 there was 38 games. I mean, what the fuck, man? What are they doing?
Yeah. Well, the problem is each school is here. This is just college sports in general. Each school is out for their own best interest. So they're not caring about the big, they're thinking, hey, can we bring in our fans on Saturday or can we do this? They're not paying attention to others. It's, they have their blinders on. In a way, that's also what saves the sport, in my opinion. Like if you had a commissioner, yes, it would be cool to space these games all out, right? And have it go. You could, with 360 teams, you could really have it going 24/7.
Yeah.
But if you did that though, then you get the other side of this thing. Would be like you get more of the pro model where you get like the games become such, so corporate. And I think you would lose probably games like VMI and the Citadel. You know what I mean? Like part of what saves college athletics is the organization of it. In my opinion, I think that plays a great deal, but it's very frustrating at the same time. I think that's just part of part of the beauty.
Some of these shows, I guess maybe they have lack of announcers, lack of officials. I don't know what it is. I don't know why we don't have games in the afternoon all the time. Some of these mid-major games, there is nobody at these games.
Yeah, you would think though that their own schools would think better. Like I interviewed the former boy. Actually, he was on our intro today, Dan Hawkins. We had Dan Hawkins on, who's one of the coaches that got Boise State really going in football.
Yep.
I had him on over the summer, and I was talking to him, and before Peterson, he was the one that really got Boise up and running. He credits Dirk Cutter, but from a wins standpoint, I do think it was him that took it to the next level, and then Peterson took it to the next level.
Isn't Cutter back at Boise now?
Yeah,
ironically.
Yeah. I think he actually just retired though. He was back the past 2 years, but he just retired, I think, in the past couple of weeks. But he was saying that Boise, well, the best thing about that, comparing to his other stops, was that he was able to voice his opinion and the administration would listen. He was like, we should tackle Thursday nights. Let's change our turf to blue, right? So everyone knows who the fuck Boise is. Let's go for Thursday nights because no one's doing. There's not that many Thursday night games, and the more it gets out there, the more that it will be in people's brains who the fuck Boise State is. And they had like this 20-year plan to do this, and yeah, but the question he was saying at other places, like your head's butt, like the administration's like, no, fuck you, dude. You're just our football coach, or a basketball coach. Just coach. Don't worry about this. I think that's probably an element of it too. So anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I feel like TV could help as well, where everything's TV. Why would we not put as many games on TV as possible for money?
Yeah.
Especially with legalized gambling.
Yeah. You would think. Baylor destroyed UCF tonight.
Baylor's getting ready to be pretty good, I think. Edgecombe came back, and that was a horrible play by me. I thought UCF would hang in there. Baylor's going to be a team in the tournament that's going to be underseeded that I think is going to be dangerous.
Yeah. By the way, back to the Niagara game, they're worthy of a game ball. Winning as a 12-point dog outright.
Yeah.
Just saying, it's worthy. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to get it, but Baylor does look like they're perhaps turning a corner a little bit.
Their guards are good.
They just need to be healthy too. I feel like they haven't been healthy all year. Yeah,
they have experience. They have Scott Drew. I mean, they have a lottery pick and Edgecombe. They got a lot of pieces that there are a lot of boxes that you can check for a team that can go deep in March.
Yeah. We nailed this double lock on Wofford. 77-66 against Mercer. They needed that one, man. They needed that. Then I can't remember if you bet this with me or not, but Binghamton covers against Bryant. Lose by 7, but they cover. And then you nailed this one. I backed off the system here because the system had diminished. But Colgate sends a message to the Greyhounds.
Back chat.
We're back up and running. 82-68. Toothpaste getting it done.
Fucking chat said we're buried. No. System lives on.
Jalen Cox, 22 points, 10 assists, 5 steals, 4 boards. Somebody on the campus. Get the guy some scattered ass.
Systems were 2-0 today.
Oh, the other system I was on. Colgate one, I just, that was the discipline. Part of the problem with the discipline though is I ignored it with Chicago State. I thought they could win 3 straight. My bad. When's the last time Chicago State had a three game win streak? I don't know, but
at the same time the Bears won 3 in a row.
Yeah, back when Jimmy Mack was there. 81-69. Yeah. Even at that, I don't know because their offense was such ass. Chicago State gets drilled, and then Bob Morris. How about this Bob Morris team, man?
Dude, how did Northern Kentucky choke this game away? God.
How about I don't know how to pronounce the guy's last name. They have a guy that scored 35 points and 10 boards. Alvaro Folgaris, is it? Folgaris? He was on one today. Shout out to Bob Morris. Might be one of the biggest surprise teams in the country to me. Like if I had to make a list of 20 surprise teams or 10 surprise teams, Bob Morris might make that thing.
They're 18-8. They're gonna win 20.
What the fuck? I did not see this coming into the season.
He's on the hot seat, and he's not on the hot seat anymore.
I know. Tools has been tooling with us for
Tools a good coach.
Some time. Yeah, but he just, I mean, how long has it been since it was like, it almost seemed like he hit his peak, missed his window to jump to a new job, and then just steadily.
He needs to jump after this year.
Yeah. Then you had I bet this one. La Tech, 82. The airport, 71. I flew solo.
Yeah.
Right into Hangar 5. La Tech needed that one. Desperation. And then we were kind of laughed at when we double locked the Miami Hurricanes. Cruising on in. 88-78. Louisville gets. Yeah. Double lock hits.
Some of these people willing to openly lay 18 and a half. I mean, this is Louisville we're talking about. I like Louisville, but good God, they should not be laying 18 and a half in year one.
Well, especially like Miami, even though they suck, their roster is talented. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it felt good today. Being back at the fucking Steinberg Wellness Center where the fucking Long Island Sharks delivered yet again, laying 2.5. And let me tell you something.
I got 3.5.
Let me tell you something. Strick, we got to practice an inbounds play because I almost lost my fucking mind today. They had like an 8-point lead with like a minute and 30 seconds left, and they could not inbound the basketball to say, dude, Stonehill cut it to 1 and probably should have tied it up if they could make a free throw. Oh, because they couldn't inbound the fucking ball. This is some 5th grade shit going on here. But don't worry. The Steinberg Wellness Center, of course, the game was getting dicey. I called my cousin, said, "Hey, cut out the volume on that shit. Cut out the volume on
this
that
isn't the
fucking call."
first LIU game without volume, though. Like, it's crazy. They just don't have broadcast booth for half their games.
What have you done? What have you done? Because I have the local beat reporter fucking tweeting at me going, "You need to trust in the Sharks." And I got LIU fans.
That's hilarious.
I go, "Get out of here." You guys need to build fucking Dundee a fucking statue at that.
You're goddamn right. I want my statue. And guess what? I want another one outside Luger's because it was popping today. Laying the 2. I told you the screws are loose. The vending machines are cash only.
When these guys make a NEC tournament hype video, Pick Dundee's going to be featured in it.
I must admit. Wait, you said that their AD hit you up?
No, he said beat reporter.
Yeah,
okay.
God, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Nice guy. He was saying, "I need to buy in and listen to you." I said, "Don't you kiss my ass. I'm not fucking listening to Colby. I can tell you that."
You shoulda. I mean, I guess you got 3.5 somehow, but the 2.5 I had.
Mac would
Boom,
never say
brought
kiss
it
my
home
ass to a beat reporter.
But,
I didn't even respond to him. I said, I read that shit. I was working at it. I said, "Fuck you." That's what I actually said.
Mac being a Dobo is actually quite literally the opposite of being a beat reporter.
What's his fucking name? He was a nice guy, but fuck him.
And I want to give a shout out to Cameron Kaufman. He's a guy, big LIU fan, who did invite me up to a fucking game. I told him it ain't happening this year. It's going to be next year. Just battling some shit here. But we'll be up there at Luger's. We're going to do the whole goddamn thing. And I'm going to invite everybody on this fucking show. Everybody I'm telling you, we're going to do this.
We're
I think
have a TCE night in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Luger's and the Sharks Steinberg Wellness Center.
We'll give them their best attendance of the season. We can make it happen.
Oh man, this almost. I think I texted you guys. I was having a heart attack when they couldn't inbound the ball for a 4th straight time. I was like, oh my god, like, this game should not be this fucking close. I thought they were going to lose outright for a second. I really did. When they on the fourth time of them not being able to inbound the ball, I was like, this is just, how do you do this? You have better athletes. Can't you just throw the ball and have them jump higher? I'm serious. Like, you look at, I watched Stonehill's team today. No one can jump on Stonehill. If you just throw the ball up like a jump ball, I think you can inbound the ball against that team. I do. Strick, I love you, man, but call 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. I got you. Sienna lost to Ryder. What the fuck? I'm glad I didn't bet this because I was thinking about it.
Nelson Castillo. Shout out to him.
There we
He's
go.
a listener of the show. He's an LIU insider, NEC insider.
We're coming.
Nelson,
right.
Cheers to you, brother. I will keep fading the shocks, though.
Yeah, we're gonna force Bieniek. This is gonna be a big time trip because we're gonna have Bieniek try the pizza.
I'm like Pedro Martinez going into fucking New York City. Like I'm the villain here. Going to
some in the chat would say you're like John Rocker going into New York City. Oh man, it's a callback to last night's show. But no, we're gonna have Bieniek taste real pizza.
Dude, I've had New York pizza.
No, you haven't. Clearly, you haven't, because you can't have that opinion. Nope, never happened. But like a Long Island basketball game, it never happened. Right? Nope. Buzz them out of here. Sienna was just starting to look good, and then fucking Ryder comes into town, or no, they went to Lawrenceville and took care of Sienna.
Next year, Long Island versus Chicago State. Book it.
My guy Spinelli, baby. Chicago State money line. Let's go. He's a Boston guy. I'll take the Boston guys.
I still can't believe Ryder beat Sienna here, but one of my sharpest plays of the day, back-to-back locks on Bowling Green, hitting as they just put it to Coastal Carolina, 67-53. And then me and Bieniek were flying high with EMU 76. Oh, actually, I don't know. I think Bieniek's internet cut out, but he was there in spirit. EMU 76, Old Dominion 70. Did you battle me on this? Did you battle me?
No, I did not. Bieniek must have got laid last night. He's in a much better mood today.
Yeah, something's up. Something's up.
Got a little mud on the turtle, and now he's got a little pop and stuff.
Oh, anal, huh? How about Toledo?
Hey, that was a hell of a win by Toledo.
How the fuck they win this? I had this. This was one of the. I had this game on, but JMU I feel like kind of had like a 1 or 2 point lead a lot of the second half.
The Mid-American got their lick back because Sunbelt beat up on them early, and did you see the Sunbelt Max Series finished tied 12-12?
All right, let's run it back in March.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Kent State, Arkansas State. I had the discipline not to bet this. I believe you did, and I believe you ate shit on this.
Let's go, Kent, baby.
Wait, I thought would you lay a 1.5?
No, I had plus 1.5.
1.5. Oh, okay. I might have had my. I didn't bet the game, so I didn't. Yeah.
I mean, the 1 point lines are tricky because if you shop around, like you could get 1.5 one book, another book. So yeah, I had Kent State. Great win for them. Great win for Senderoff.
76-75. Great game. And then I locked up Georgia State against Buffalo. Get this blue bullshit out of here. Dude, I was pretty fire on the max plays today. I believe I was 3-0. No, I lost one. Louisiana took down Northern Illinois 66-64.
Dude,
hilarious.
Illinois, they blew this game. Those fucking cocksuckers. I hate that team. That team sucks.
They're getting ready for the Mountain West in football and the Summit in basketball. Then you had man, how did Ball State not cover this? How did Ball State not cover?
How did they not cover this? They were winning
like 15
the entire game.
They win 77-76 against Southern Miss.
Yeah.
And Akron put it on South Alabama. We should have bet this. Why did I not?
Akron is.
Why did I not bet that? You know, it's funny. I was making fun of that guy that, I mean, I wasn't really making fun of him, but he DM'd me saying Akron to the Sweet 16. I watched him a couple games in a row now, like the whole game. I think he's right. I think they could go to the Sweet 16.
You know who has? I don't know. You know who has the largest win streak in America right now?
Is it Akron?
Is it the Zips that the Dukies went down?
That's because they got all the Mountaineers on their team. Noah, their whole roster is the ex-Mountaineers.
At least they're enjoying some winning this year.
Hey, easy there. We're going to tournaments. You better watch that shit.
And then we ate shit on the Ohio Bobcats. App State, they're a strange. App State, like when they're on, they're fucking on, and when they're off, they are off. Ohio went 4 for 23 from 3 today at home. That's not good. Big win for the Mountaineers there. Bieniek, you can show your fucking trash can video because Omaha took a shit on us as they won 85-74 against North Dakota State.
Today was actually a pretty good video. Like I like the wrinkle on today. Today wasn't as corny. Today had a little change up to it. This fucking Omaha team.
Today was kind of corny, but the coach, I'll pull it.
Yeah. I mean,
no, they had a new guy. They had a new guy introduced to the series.
That's what I'm saying. That coach almost gave himself a concussion.
It was great. That was nice.
Give himself a concussion on a fucking empty trash can. Stop it. Stop it.
No. He almost dove into
the fucking
wall.
Youth. Everything's a goddamn concussion.
He almost dove into a chair.
How about Tony Osborne? 25 points, 7 assists, 6 boards against the Bison there. Getting it done. This Omaha story, I'll say this. While I do find that locker room thing corny, I do think this is the best story or one of the best stories in the sport right now. You got this, play it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? Where'd that guy come from?
He's unstaffed. I can't remember his name right now.
That was
it's a form tackle, right? Spear right into the trash can. He almost puts his head right on that chair.
He's fine. He's fine.
Hey, go back to the part where he like he's going off the rope. That was a good one. That's a good.
Hold on.
Look at this guy coming in right here with the
number
eyes.
32. Number 32. The guy that play it from the start again. Number 32.
That's one of their better players, Colby.
How is it that funny? You know what it is though? Look, I talk shit about this, but I actually do, and it's cool to see them all fucking happy. You know what I mean? Like
it's a locker room. It's like this show. It takes on a life of its own, and they just run with it. That was good shit today.
Colby, 32. Guess who he is?
Is that the guy I just said?
Yes.
He lit it up today.
I'm saying.
Man.
He's one of their better players.
Yeah.
He had 30 today. 32 at 30.
No, he had 25 points, 8 boards, 7 assists. I mean, that's getting it done.
Who's Frankie Fiddler? They don't need his ass.
Dude, Fiddler was our guy on this show too, man. We were repping him hard.
Yeah. So in conference play, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's had 8 double-digit point scoring games, and he's a good rebounder as well. He had 7 assists today too, like you mentioned.
Yeah, they're a fun story right now. Like they're a fun story, much in the same vein as VMI. This is why I think the sport is great. Like a lot of people, like SportsCenter doesn't really cover this shit. I mean, they cover the trash can thing, but they don't really cover VMI's
17th.
Yeah. Like
2 months.
The sport offers so much more than what you see on the surface. Like Mississippi Valley State, which was my worst play of the day today. Because Jackson State won by 50. My SWAC parlay did not hit, but I did do great in the SWAC, just not with Mississippi Valley State. Good God.
They're back to me on the take.
Good God. I mean, come on, guys.
What was the final score at the end?
They lost by 48. 48 fucking points. The spread was what, 18
in the league game.
19. God.
Oh man. Woo, woo, woo.
That's bad. That's bad. We got laughed at for this play yesterday, Mac.
We get laughed at a lot.
That's true.
Usually this picks win because these people are idiots.
We double locked Howard against Central. I watched this whole game. Howard was in control majority of this game. 82-78. Lavelle did come back a little bit, but the Bison get it done. Double lock cashes. And then I went back to being a SWAC specialist outside of this Mississippi Valley State bullshit. Alcorn State is a fucking wagon team against Pine Bluff. I laid that big number, no problem. Try to bring you with me, laying the 9.5. Didn't want to. Another great story in college basketball right now is Cleveland State, because they are fucking teams up left and right.
Unreal.
Did we battle on this?
Yeah, I took Milwaukee. You know me, I like Bart Lundy. That's my guy. I take him every game.
Yeah. Cleveland State.
Fun story.
What's their final record going to be?
What are they, 18-7 now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they will hit a little bit of a wall late like Green Bay did last year.
I mean, the remaining schedule is what? But they're home to Bob Morris.
I think they finished 500, like the remaining games. But what's that? 22-9, 22-10.
It's a great season.
Yeah,
it's a great season for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the Vikings, and then Mercyhurst. I think we picked this correctly, but they took down Lemoyne. How about this game? This game was a great watch. Radford 71, Longwood 69. Did you watch this game?
Absolutely.
This game was fantastic.
Radford won at the buzzer.
Yeah, there we go.
Radford
absolutely
fantastic.
Longwood. Absolutely fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic game. Longwood comes all the way back, ties it up, and then Radford
was better.
Yeah, they were the better team. But I thought when Longwood tied it up, I thought they had that momentum behind them. I thought, watch out, this game's going to go to overtime. Longwood's going to win this game.
Yeah.
But Radford prevails there. Fun watch.
Longwood,
shout out to you. Good play.
How about that crowd, though? I mean,
yeah,
that like Radford for whatever reason owns Longwood, but Longwood's crowd at home is turning into a nice home atmosphere.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's
you got to get to a game there.
I know.
We'll put that on our list next year, because I'm telling you, I went there last year and I was amazed that they sell beer. I mean, that place is popping.
They need to call that shit Jerome Kersey Court, though.
Yeah.
They need to honor the former NBA great. May he rest easy.
We need more schools at that level to build a 3,000 person arena, because you can compact that shit in and it's a lit environment.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, if you guys should check out my Stadium Heads podcast. They're evergreen episodes, but you don't need the biggest venue. It doesn't even matter. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey. To me, you just need the right venue. You know what I mean? Like Cameron Indoor is a perfect example of this.
Yep.
To me, like I think I love. You go to Cameron Indoor, you're like, this looks like a fucking high school gymnasium, but it's perfect, and the fans make it so unique. You can build that anywhere. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't need to have the most ridiculous, stadium as far as we got to have this many seats, this many things. No, make it unique, make it intimate, and it works. Shout out to 357 giving us $10. You guys said you had the easiest job last night, but Harry Carey was drunk every day broadcasting Cubs games with Steve Stone. He was a legend. Love. I read a book on Harry Carey that was.
He's a good guy.
Oh man, dude, talk about a maniac. Like I love it. But he was definitely pushing the envelope on on drunken he had a restaurant that was right across from Wrigley. So these things would just carry on over there.
I do believe it's still there.
Is it still there?
Yeah, I went to it in 2016.
Oh man. I got to find the name of that, but I wish I could promote it better. That was a fun read. But yes, I felt sorry for the only thing is I felt sorry for his wife. putting up with this bullshit because he would come home like every day at like 6 a.m. wasted. You can only imagine that. I'm just assuming he might have been unfaithful. I'm gonna set those odds at minus 10 million, but I don't know.
So the one that I went to is Harry Carey's Tavern. It's on Navy Pier. But he's also got 2 Italian steakhouses, one in Chicago and one in Lombard.
Yeah, I got to get to those. Is Dicka's still there too? There's a Dicka's steakhouse too.
Yes, I do believe Dicka's is still.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, shout out to Harry Carey though. I was a big fan of when he had Bill Murray in studio calling the games. Go back and watch those on YouTube. Rob Donaldson.
I looked it up, and Ditka's actually has a place in Pittsburgh. That was where it initially sent me because I lived in Pittsburgh for 3 years. But he's got 2 locations in Chicago there. So,
yeah, we should do a meet and greet there too. I think that's like a nice joint though, right? You know, you can't order chicken tenders at the well, you probably can appetizer. Rob Donaldson gave us $20 saying the college basketball coaches tour episodes that Mac did are evergreen content on this channel. Eric Martin, Darius Nichols were awesome guests. Yeah, folks, go check those out. Mac sat down with Will Wade. I mean, just a slew of coaches.
We're gonna have a bunch of guys in March from that series, and
it'll honestly, be cool to go back and watch.
We're gonna have looking back on, and we're gonna have even more next year. That was just the first year, inaugural year. We had to work through some things behind the scenes to pull that off. There's going to be some guys that are getting better jobs too. That's what's cool, and that's what we envisioned when we did it. And there's a lot of guys that people just don't know about that are going to be the next wave of stars. And Darius Nichols and Eric Martin. I'm biased towards them because they're Mountaineers, but I mean, there's a lot of good guys on that tour that we did.
Yeah. Shout out to All Right 311. Colby and Nick, you should do the same for FBS and FCS. Yeah, I think we will try to do that more. The problem is, man, especially my past year, like having a baby and then doing 136 team previews was pretty time consuming. But
also,
I would like to.
Also, you don't get the benefit of sending out an email saying, "Oh, I was on Hugs and Frank Martin's staff. I'm a cool guy."
Yeah. I mean, I'd say I opened up for Carrot Top one time, and they're like, "Who the fuck is that?"
I haven't even got Frank on yet and AK yet. I've been saving them. I wanted to do the guys that are rising. I mean, I don't want to fucking talk to Frank. I mean, he just busts my fucking ass the entire time. I want to be.
Yeah, Frank would take over that interview. That's not your interview. Hey,
Mac's embarrassed about that one, right? He's embarrassed. He's like, "What the fuck is this podcast?"
He's gonna fucking tell all the stories about how I drank too much when I was in my early 20s. I'm like, "Well, Coach, I'm still doing the same fucking thing."
Yeah. Feel free to crack a cold with Frank. Yeah, I'll go check out all those episodes. Those are all out there. Shout out to John who saw our baseball stuff.
Gross, Daniel. I believe Gross was already.
No. I didn't get Gross. Gross and I texted. Full story. Gross actually offered me a job when he was at Illinois to be his GA. But I will get Gross on next year. His schedule didn't line up. We were trying to time crunch that, so we will get John Gross on, Daniel.
Shout out also to John saying, I saw y'all's baseball stuff. Yes, check out the college baseball experience. Remember, the season starts Valentine's Day. We love college baseball as well. So check out Bieniek's. I've jumped on these previews and it's been a lot of fun each and every year following college
Thursday night
baseball.
Pick show. I'll probably be live from Globe Life Park in Arlington.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Texas Rangers.
Yeah. Let's go. Mary Mac drilled Canisius by 18. I think you talked me off potentially betting Canisius. Good work. Butler. We both ate shit on Butler. They won. They won, but they won by one.
I didn't watch 1 minute of this game. It was on Peacock.
I didn't either. You know what? I thought about switching it over. I even have Peacock, but it just bothers me that they put it on Peacock.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm stubborn. I'm like, unless it's like, I think a Michigan UCLA game, they got me to actually jump over and watch it.
Michigan
but a lot
State,
of times,
UCLA.
yeah, a lot of times I'm like, fuck you. I'm not doing it. Yeah.
Jeff Sharp's right here. Omaha, next 2 games next week. Oh boy.
Hell yeah. It's going to be fun. Gonna be fun to see that.
That's too lost.
Tulane, North Texas. After all the talk we had, it pushed. Fantastic.
No, North Texas covered.
Really? Wasn't this a 10-point spread?
I had 9. I thought it was 9.5.
Oh, all right. Well, then you hit.
Yeah.
I thought I mentioned how they played a year ago, and it was a 10-point spread, or a 10-point win by North Texas. And I go, now I wonder how they got that spread. It being 10.
Backing up Mac here. 3 of them saying 9.
I didn't bet this game, so I don't really give a fuck. I'm just saying.
No,
we talked about this. Game. Yeah.
Well, we racist for display.
Yeah. Boston College and Syracuse gave us a great one on the C-Dub.
What a horrible game.
Triple overtime. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, but it's like the most boring triple overtime game. You're just watching it like, God, can this end already?
He's just shitting on Bieniek. Can you be the voice of reason here? We got an old Big East classic, triple overtime, and this ACC hater is just coming in, dropping bombs on a fucking great basketball game.
And you think me with only 4 screens is going to back you up on this?
I'm just saying it doesn't deserve any slander right now. That was a triple overtime game. It was a fun game. It was
when
a
there's
fun
154 games, this is just one of those games.
I've seen Syracuse crowds lit, and today it was like we're really in triple overtime with Boston College.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly wouldn't. If this was on ESPN Plus, I wouldn't have actually tuned in. I didn't watch the whole game, but
you just busted my ass for fucking.
No. This is what happened. Yeah. So, I keep a couple TVs just on YouTube TV, and I was too lazy to go to Plus, right? So I was just like, all right, well, what's going on right now? And thankfully, this is on C-Dub, so I just threw it over there for the final 45 minutes of this game. So, hilarious game and hilarious cover, by the way. Yeah. Hilarious cover too. Yeah. Tennessee State drilled Lindenwood, by 8. Shout out. Tennessee State's playing good ball right now. Yeah. And then we got to talk about this one, man. I listened to you on this, by the way, if you caught the morning show. A&M. Oh my God. This was a great game. Great crowd. A&M, Wade Taylor pretty much hits a buzzer beater. And I'll be honest, Missouri's half court shot almost went in. That almost fucking went in, man.
How did it went in? I go, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah. A&M 67, Missouri 64. This was a great game. This is a great basketball game. I think if you're a Missouri fan, you're sick to your stomach because you were up majority of this game. But down the stretch, the Buzzsaw found ways to do it. Your thoughts? They
always do. I mean, how many road underdogs have they won outright now where they've been trailing the entire I shouldn't say they didn't trail the entire game today. It was back and forth.
I thought Missouri was up a little more though.
No. Texas A&M led for the first 31 minutes of the game.
Huh. All right. Whatever.
Yeah, I think Missouri took their first lead with 9.5 minutes left, but down the stretch, back and forth, crazy game. But the Oklahoma game, the Ole Miss game, now the Missouri game, they win some fucked up crazy games, and they lose crazy fucked up games. The Texas game. Yeah.
Wait. So where are they at right now in the SEC? Because we have this future on A&M.
7-3. I mean, they're.
No, but what place? What place are they in right now? Third,
fourth or fifth, I think. Yeah, Auburn and Alabama each have one loss, I think, and Florida.
Yeah, they're probably in fourth. They're behind those schools.
They're they're tied for third. Them and
Okay.
Florida are 7-3. Auburn and Alabama are both 9-1.
The problem, they play Florida and Auburn down the stretch. They get Auburn in College Station too. So
They can win that.
honestly, the schedule's not that bad.
That was why we took them.
Yeah, I know. I think that's why. But look, their road games. I'm just circling the road games because at home you should be able to beat anybody. Are Mississippi State and Starkville, Florida, and LSU. Those are your 3 road games left.
Florida's probably a loss.
Yeah, but they also could cause some problems for Florida.
Like I said, I shouldn't count them out in any game. I mean, they win as an underdog on the road. That's what they do.
Florida actually has a huge sandwich spot for A&M. They play Georgia before A&M, and they play Alabama after A&M.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun race. I mean, thanks though. I'd say it was more you than me on this play. Charlotte, the Clits took down Rice 78-75. Didn't watch a second of it, but shout out to the Clits. Murray State put it on Valpo. Picked this correctly as well. And then we had the Towson Tigers out Monmouth. We both took Monmouth. We ate shit. Towson 76, Monmouth 67. Towson's won 10 straight now, I think it is.
Towson's fucking good. That's another coach's tour fucking episode, guys. Pat Scary's got it going.
Oh yeah. And how about you, dude? You changed my pick on this. I didn't bet this game, but I want to pick every fucking game right. I was gonna take Hampton. You convinced me to take Northeastern. Hampton goes up there and drills him 84-75. I wouldn't have bet this regardless, but I still like to talk shit to you. So I'm going to blame you for this one.
Well, I'm biased. I have a soft spot for Northeastern.
I can't remember if you bet this or not, but Denver covered.
I did. And they fucking should have won outright.
The Tommies 79, Denver 76. What a game.
Come on, Bieniek. Let's go. Give me some credit here.
Yeah. And then Bieniek, you got to come back for this one. I got a text this morning, but I'd already fired my wagers. And I talked about this between us three, not live. That I trust Florida more than I do Auburn. But I got a text this morning. Elijah Martin's out.
As soon as I sent
trying to rattle me, and I said no.
As soon as I sent that, like 5 seconds later, I was like, "Oh shit, that's the 1 game bump."
Yeah, I had already bet Auburn, so I was fine.
Yeah. Luck battle, win. Gators 90, Auburn 81. Rob Donaldson, I was having this conversation. I don't think we were recording, but
we cannot do this conversation again either.
Yeah, no, but I think Florida. I think Florida is. Well, I guess everyone thinks that now, but
yep. I like us flying under the
popular
radar.
Pick now. 2 weeks ago, I was like, I love Florida when they lost 2 out of 3.
I loved Florida in the preseason.
Not anymore.
Nobody was with me then.
Too sexy. I need Florida to lose 3 out of 4 for everybody to drop off them.
Yeah.
I would also advise everybody cautiously do that because something stupid's going to come out in March. Like right before the tournament, they'll drop a new story or whatever. They've already done one on the head coach and then on the assistant coach.
He got acquitted of all charges.
Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen? There's going to be a new witness or whatever.
The glove did not fit. You must have quit.
He murdered somebody there. Aaron Hernandez murdered somebody there, and they said,
yeah, it's Florida.
Yeah. I will say, add Walter Clayton to that list of point guards. I will definitely take over DeJuan Harris.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Yeah,
he's nasty. We've been fans of him. Yeah, I don't know if he's a.
Yes, he's not really a point guard.
He's their point guard. They have 3 really good guards. He's their point guard.
He's a combo. But I do like Walter Clayton. He played his ass off.
He's a baller. He's a fucking baller.
Yeah.
This game was awesome.
real quick. I mean, that's just an unbelievable win for Florida.
That's what I'm saying, Bieniek. We should talk about this game for like 10 minutes here.
Yeah, we gotta shout out Florida. I know you don't want to fucking talk about it because it's your team, but dude, they just won at the Jungle, wire to wire.
Is that the first Auburn home loss this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's only the second loss of the year. What do you
And we didn't make a big enough deal about
it's stupid over there.
We didn't make a big enough deal about Golden and Pearl's connection. I think when you know someone that well,
the Jewish connection.
Yeah.
It's a big Jewish connection.
Well, they've just been he's been a part of the staff before, and I think that's always key in a game with a big spread too. I feel like I didn't even think about that, to tell you the truth. So I mean, so that wasn't my angle on taking Florida. I just thought Florida had looked better to me. I know that sounds crazy because Auburn's look great, but I really believe that. But yeah, I mean, Florida down the stretch here. You look at that schedule. Bieniek, I know you were talking about the sandwich spot. They get A&M right before going to Bama, but it's a nice schedule too, man. Now that they got this out of the way, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Oklahoma, LSU, Georgia, those are like the worst teams in the conference.
Yeah.
And then, a tough 2 or 3 game stretch there with A&M and Bama and Ole Miss, but you got to think they probably have the inside track for this, right?
Right now, I was seeing people put them at a 1 seed now after this road win at Auburn.
Wait, to win the SEC?
Colby's talking about winning SEC, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they have 3 losses, Colby.
Muddy.
They're not going to win the SEC. It's going to be Alabama or Auburn probably. They each only have 1 loss.
But they play each other, right?
Twice.
They play each other twice, but
but my thing is Florida gets Bama, right?
Yeah, in Tuscaloosa.
So I still think there's a path for this.
Yeah, and we murdered
Yeah.
Alabama last year. I was at that game.
They could share it. I don't know. They're not going to win it outright. I mean, when you're
they could, dude. When I look at the schedules, like them and A&M have a much easier schedule than Auburn and Bama to me left.
Yeah,
I prefer them flying under the radar. Give me like a 3, 4, 5 finish.
They're 2 games back of each of them.
I'm just saying Auburn still has at Vandy, at Alabama, at Kentucky, at A&M, Bama again. So they play twice. So like it's a much harder schedule to me. Like I could see them losing a couple more times.
Bama's actually got a tougher finish than that too.
It is, but I know. Florida won't run the table either.
No, I'm not saying they will. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying I think there's a lot more losses coming for Bama and Auburn.
Well, but what I'm saying, for them to win the regular season outright, they're going to need both of them to go 4-4 down the stretch. And I don't think that, like, maybe they could backdoor and share it, but I don't know. I kind of think Auburn's pretty fucking good. They had
Florida's still a team that was down double digits at home to Missouri. So like they still got
they could lose in Starkville.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when I look at it, their schedule is much easier. Them and A&M's is much easier than Auburn's and Alabama's down the stretch. Anyway. Sam Houston Liberty was a fucking game today. This was on CBS Sports. Fun watch. Yeah.
I do remember one thing that I wanted to say about the Florida game. Because they were down Martin, Urban Klavsar got meaningful minutes. Oh my God. Didn't miss.
Yeah.
Finally, we saw this guy like get in there.
Yeah.
The guy's a stud. He's a dead eye.
Shout out to Mac. Mac got his pulse on the Big 12 stuff because he convinced me on this as a Buff fan. Hey, we should take Colorado. And I was like, really? They're fucking horrible. They cover.
They cover that easy.
They cover. Houston wins by 10 in Boulder. What are the odds that Tad Boyle's fired? No way, right?
I can't believe they're winless.
They beat UConn. Oh, they're not in the Big 12 yet. They're not in the Big 12 yet. They're coming though.
Yeah. Anybody that wants to take any fucking Big 12 jabs or suck UConn off, Colorado beat UConn.
Dude, how about this one? Oh my God.
Hilarious.
I can't believe I didn't bet this because you were trying to get me to bet this. Stony Brook wins outright against fucking Hofstra. Dude,
what is wrong with Hofstra?
Hofstra's the craziest team in the country. They're the crazy. They're even like worse than Fresno because at least like Fresno never wins these games. Like Hofstra will win against some good teams and then lose a game like this. Unbelievable. Tennessee Tech wins by 5 against EIEIO. And then how
Colby,
about
Gus's Johnson is rumoring Mike Woodson to Boulder.
Please no. That's Tad Boyle. That's Black Tad Boyle right there. You're laughing.
Dude, Mike Woodson just needs to like disappear. He's so bad. He was so bad today. I will say he did bench Omar Abalo, which I agreed with.
Yeah.
Just fucking sit his fat ass on the bench. I mean, you paid him $2 million, just suck. Okay, what the fuck? So it's like fucking Bill Self. He needs to fucking bench Hunter Dickinson for sucking.
Yeah. Yeah. I lost money on Samford today. This game was awesome.
ETSU, baby. This was a battle.
Yeah. Nice battle.
Savage, baby.
This was a fun watch. This place was rocking tonight too.
Oh yeah. Then they just hired my guy in football, Healy.
Yeah. Former Austin P coach.
He struggled at Charlotte, but I think he'll be good at ETSU. He was in the attendance. I saw that.
He made me look like a fool on Charlotte. Maybe I was bullish on the hire and it didn't work out, but
yeah, he was young. He was young. I think he'll be better this time around.
Yeah. I mean, he did a great job getting Austin P back to being good. They were a doormat for a long time.
Horrible when I got there and he turned it around. Yeah, I think he'll be good at ETSU. I saw he was in the crowd and back to basketball. I mean, Brooke Savage doing a good job. They sweep Samford. They swept them.
Dude, the SoCon's going to be the tournament is going to be insane because I came in.
DMI is like the fact that they're like in the league with these teams is ridiculous.
Well, I had Samford as like I think they're a step up than everybody else. After watching, that Furman game, I even though they lost that game, I thought that, and I was like, watching this one, I'm like, no. Watching Wofford play good today, seeing the Greensboro team that I saw live, I'm just like, they have. I don't know who the fuck is going to win this conference. I honestly like, if gun to your head right now, who would you go?
I might go East Tennessee State, man.
I was thinking maybe Chattanooga.
Chattanooga's pretty damn good too. I was thinking ETSU and Chattanooga. Yeah. And by the way, this conference tournament is a fucking shit show.
I might go to this conference tournament because it's always insane.
Yeah, it's in Asheville, right?
Yeah. I what's the hotel situation? Is Asheville like? Is it back? It's back. I know they had a terrible disaster.
We need to look into that.
Yeah.
That's a tournament I'd like to go to.
Yeah, we should consider that. What a game there. And then I ate shit on North Carolina. You fucking bums. Make your fucking free throws.
At least they won.
True. But still, dude, I mean, if they just are able to hang on to the basketball or say, make your free throws, we cover. And this isn't a problem, but yes, Carolina 67, Pitt 66 in a battle of 11 seeds, according to Joe Lunardi.
11 seeds in the fucking NIT. Those two teams suck.
North Carolina gave Pitt every chance to win this fucking game.
Oh my
by the
God.
way.
How did Pitt not win the game?
And I'll be honest, you could make an argument that was a block. You make an argument on that was a block on the
Pitt got a shitty whistle, but I was like, good, no call.
Yeah. Man, Carolina escapes.
What happened to Pitt, man? Like as a non-biased person, I'll turn it to you because I'm not going to be biased. What happened to Pitt?
They were impressive in November too. In November, I was like, they look pretty good.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's kind of common with these Capel teams. I feel like, I know I was saying this the other day for Illinois, but I think I feel this way with Capel is like normally to me, Pitt looks the best in November to me, or like December, under his tenure. I could be full of shit there.
Except for 1 year. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. UCLA drilled Penn State. Didn't watch a second of it. What happened here?
So what happened to Pitt? What happened to Penn State? Because at one time, Penn State.
We thought they were going to be a tournament. We were like, they made the tournament this year.
I was locking them in after November. I said, this is a tournament team. I can't wait. Good for Mike Rhodes. They suck.
Yeah.
And this game sucked. Big Ten Network. I mean, holy nap time. What a terrible game.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
by the way, I think you can point to the Damian Dunn injury for Pitt, because when he came back, he's not been the same player. So
fair. I liked his game back at Temple and Houston too. But dude, I watched this whole game here though. George Mason, Rhode Island. I mean, first Mason was beating the shit out of him, then Rhode Island went on a run to cut it to, I don't know, 1 or 2 or something, and then
it's fun.
Dude, yeah, we didn't realize it was Tony Skin's birthday.
He had a nice suit on.
Yeah, did you see the suit?
Yeah, Tony Skin.
Okay, Tony Skin, my old counselor coach back when I was in the 5th grade. I like Tony Skin.
So Mason, I look at the remaining schedule and I circle just 2 games. I think they're going to win every other game.
They're not winning down here.
No, that's some. They're next up on Tuesday. They're at St. Louis.
That's a loss.
And then next Saturday. Oh no, I'm sorry. 2 Saturdays from now, they're in Richmond.
Yeah.
Damn, VCU doesn't play in Fairfax this year, huh? How do they do that?
I know.
Here's a perfect example of a rivalry game, Bieniek, that they only play once.
Dude, this and for the TMZ people that just started watching college basketball, last 5-6 years. VCU and George Mason used to be a fucking game.
Oh,
and the CAA. Oh my God, there were some wars.
I would circle these games beginning of the year. I would circle like what days are these games?
Yep. And Tony Skin was playing point guard.
yeah. Against Eric Maynard. We talked about this last night, I think. Like those games were so fucking good. Really?
Larry Nagel versus Anthony Grant.
They had a guy named Tony Skin. They had a big man named George Evans who was nasty.
Yeah.
And that was a big, at that time, it was probably Anthony Grant who was the coach at VCU. But man, they had some fucking, like, this is a legit rivalry game. Oh,
dude, it was.
And we only get it once, man.
Games. We had some fun games with VCU and Mason. And Larry, it's hilarious looking back on it. Larry Nagel versus Anthony Grant. Yeah.
Damani, Creighton, Wichita in the Valley used to be fucking great too.
Oh my God, McDermott's kid.
Which I was thinking about that. Wichita took the paycheck, much like Oklahoma or UCLA, whatever you want to say. They took the paycheck, and it sucks because that program ever since then is just this strange team on an island.
Baseball too.
Yeah, they're a strange team on an island. They used to be like that part of the Valley being so awesome.
Man. Greg Marshall.
Yeah, but still, no. I also think in the AAC they just don't have. It's different when you were playing Creighton and Northern Iowa, and all those teams, like it popped more. It was more appealing.
Yep.
Now you're playing fucking private school like Rice or something, and you're like, well, who gives a fuck, right? Why should your fan base be excited here? You took the check and you ruined your fan. Your fans suffered because of it. I think long term it's not worth that much money because how much more money are we talking here? I don't think it's that much more substantial. Western Carolina continues to look better. They covered against Greensboro. Greensboro wins by 4. They're starting to look better, man. Starting to look better.
Getting chippy.
And you know who's red hot right now is my Eastern Kentucky Colonels, because they took a shit on Stetson, 83-58. They're hot right now, dude. They're fucking playing great ball. And then I did eat shit on Wyoming because UNLV went into Laramie. It's weird. I feel like
that game makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Wyoming.
Their home crowd hasn't been very good this year. I don't understand why. Yeah. New Mexico drilled Air Force. You were crazy to take this one.
Yeah.
Donovan Dent, another point guard. I'd take over DeJuan here.
Yeah, Dent's pretty damn good.
Yeah. We ate shit with Tarleton State as Valley won by 20, 24 or something like that. I don't know. Man, I want to know how I didn't hit this fucking one. One of my SWAC losses. Alabama A&M, which had like a 4 or 5 point lead in the second half, loses by 13. Unbelievable. Then how did Eastern Washington beat Portland State? I mean, we ate shit on that. I mean, that's a bad loss for Portland State. Chattanooga, Furman. I didn't touch this game, but Chattanooga rolled Furman by 13. Very impressive. I came away thinking they're the team to beat in the SoCon, which means they won't win the SoCon.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Dan Earl's doing a great job.
Then Houston Christian drilled New Orleans, covered too. How about that? And then UT Martin took care of Western Illinois by double digits. They needed that. And Grambling took down Alabama State by 10. I actually took Alabama State and ate shit there as well. So I guess what was I 4-3? Wake Forest. I hit a bit of a tough spell right here. Wake Forest drilled Cal. Let's talk about Wake Forest now. I didn't think they were going to be able to survive. This is impressive. They went there and survived the Bay Area teams.
2-0.
You look at the remaining schedule. They got a trip to the Pussy Pack, trip to SMU, Duke. I think they're probably going to win their home games against Florida. I guess they could lose to Florida State. I don't know. What do you make of Wake? They're going to get in this thing?
No, they'll find a way to fuck it up like they always do. They'll drop a game late February, early March. Who's on the schedule?
So, Mac, speaking of, they play Duke March 3rd, but before they play Notre Dame and after they play Georgia Tech, they'll fall in one of those traps.
They'll lose one, maybe both.
Yeah, they do this every year. I feel like
they do this every year. They'll fucking choke. They always
They are 66th in the net, which is not good enough, and they're 6-6 against quad 1 and 2. But if you only look at quad 1, then they're 1-6.
Yeah, man. So this ain't a fucking
not good enough.
Who's their win? Michigan? Is that it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This ain't a fucking tournament team.
This game delivered. Middle Tennessee goes into Kennesaw and wins 76-75, and a good one there between the 3rd and 4th place teams in the CUSA. Did you catch this?
I did. What a win for Middle to get a split here on the road.
Yeah, and then we had a battle here. Gulf Coast 84, North Florida 70. The Ace Sun race. Your thoughts on the Ospreys?
Tough year for the Ospreys. Gonna be a fun A-Sun though.
Yeah. Belmont drills Missouri State by 17. No bet there. McNeese did not cover against Northwestern State as they won by 15. Jacksonville State, we bet Jacksonville State. Of course, they won. He got revenge, but they didn't cover. Bastards.
He swept their ass. Well, Western Kentucky made a half-court shot to fucking cover.
Yeah.
This is a bad beat. But, dude, Jack State, 9-2 in the fucking Conference USA, up 2 games still. Let's go.
Yeah. Very great. That's another great story going on too. West Virginia 72, Utah 61. Your thoughts on this one?
Good win. Back and forth game and blew it open late. I mean, there was a lot of familiarity with Eiler being on Utah's staff. But the Mountaineers had to have this game, and I mean, we gotta beat BYU at home, beat TCU at home, UCF at home in Cincinnati, and we're going to the dance. Let's go.
Yeah, and then how about Sac State covered against Idaho? Idaho got the win though. A good call on this. I'm not sure if you bet it or not. I didn't bet this game, but Sela took down Incarnate Word on the road there. I know you picked that. Did you bet that?
No, I didn't touch that game.
I took this game and I ate a pile of shit. Texas State got drilled by Central Michigan, 85-70. What was this? Unbelievable. I need those Michigan rankings on the front of my desk Tuesday, Bieniek.
Central's still number 3. Still
okay.
number 3.
Okay. Virginia drilled Georgia Tech. Let me ask you something about Virginia. Are they starting to figure it out?
Well, today was Tony Bennett Day.
I saw that.
I wish we had known that. I mean, I bet Virginia, but they need to bring him in there every night.
They've won 3 of 4.
Why didn't they bring him in there for the Duke night?
I have no idea. They wanted to win.
I cashed on my boys Bethune-Cookman. Lay at 2.5. They won by 3. Much like Long Island. They figured a way to get it done. Then Drake, Indiana State. Didn't you bet Indiana State?
Yeah, dude.
Nice play. I can't believe they didn't win this. They were up a lot of the game.
Yeah.
Then we double locked Charleston, and we needed every second we could get.
That was a fun game.
Overtime win, 88-83 against Elon. This was one of the best games of the day. Was Illinois State, Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa kind of battles back and wins this thing 68-65. Illinois State was up a lot of this game. Very, very good game. I watched this whole thing.
Lucky to win.
Yeah. Then this is probably my best play of the night. I do believe I told you on this very show that Florida A&M was going to go into Texas Southern and beat their ass. 9.5 point dogs. They go into Texas Southern and beat their ass. SWAC specialist in effect. Watch out. Florida A&M's going to go to the NCAA tournament, aren't they?
Dude, they're playing well. That's one of the most underrated coaching jobs so far this year. Patrick Carreri, I think.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Dude, they're good. Like for that conference.
Yeah.
I would even attribute this to like the AD. I think that's a hell of a hire because when I had looked him up, like I was like, okay, he's not bad, but he's not like one of those D2 NAIA guys that get the call up and they're like, world beaters with a national championship or 2 and an insane conference record. Like career was good, but I don't know if I don't think I remember him being like great.
Yeah.
Really great. If you know what I mean.
Go Beavs. Of course I sprinkled the money line. Yeah, it's a good fucking payout. And then how about, you want to talk about a red flag here? Washington State beats Pepperdine by 1 in Pullman.
Wazoo sucks.
I mean,
I've been watching
good God.
They got some front runner in them, man. I don't like that team.
Yeah. I ate a pile of shit on Corpus Christi as Stephen F. Austin. I mean, this line was just stunk. Of course, Stephen F. Austin drills him by 14. Yeah. Then we should talk about this Mississippi State Georgia game because it was pretty damn entertaining. Mississippi State wins 76-75. This one might matter. I know you locked up Hail State.
Hello.
This one might matter come March.
Fucking road teams were barking today in the SEC.
I thought they were going to blow this down the stretch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They needed this game though, man. They had to right the ship.
Yeah. And then the barn. There was no hay in the barn today because Illinois put it on Minnesota 95-74. I actually bet Minnesota ate shit there.
I bet it'll
That'll win for Mac.
like 30.
Yeah, that was an ass whooping. A bit surprised with this one. Didn't bet this game, but Duquesne took down Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago just sucks away from home.
I'm surprised in that one too.
Yeah. I watched the majority of that game. Then we double lock Cincinnati against BYU, and boom, 84-66. They take down BYU. This is where I heat up.
Yeah, here I run off like 10 out of 12. Yeah. Cincinnati's getting ready to go on a roll. They're starting to make actual jump shots again.
Yeah, I mean they need to. But
Kansas State.
We also double locked the Kangaroos of UMKC, and they won by double digits against North Dakota. Boom. We also took Clemson on the motherfucking money line. Boom, 77-71. Dickie V was on the call. Great to see Dickie V back in his element. Your thoughts on? We got to talk about this Duke Clemson game, Bieniek.
Yeah.
All right, hop in here, buddy. Crowd was awesome. For a minute, I actually didn't feel good about our chances. When Duke was up like 7 or 8, I was like, gosh, you know, how the fuck? Especially like right before the half, I felt like Duke was just kind of choking them out. You know.
Yep.
But down the stretch, made the plays. Obviously, there was no Mason Gillis. Your thoughts on the game?
I mean, yeah, that's a great win for Clemson. Basically locking their tournament chances in now. But they're old. They're super old. They have all 4th, 5th year seniors. They've been through the battles, and I mean they've beaten Kentucky at home. Now they've beaten Duke at home. Brad Brownell. He's one of the more underrated coaches, honestly. I would love to see him go on a run in March.
Yeah, well, he kind of did last year.
He did. I mean, he did,
year.
but like I felt like he didn't get the recognition that he should have. If
that's because, and I think NC State stole that.
NC State did. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
And
I was at a bar watching this one, mainly because the Michigan State hockey game was tonight. We got our asses kicked on that, but this was on a lot of the TVs there as well. And my dad and some family friends, they were like, "Why isn't Clemson ranked? They've got 5 losses. They're in the ACC." And I'm like, these guys they just haven't been watching the entire year. Because like Clemson's got like a loss to South Carolina. I think they've got a loss to Pitt, if I remember correctly. Louisville, Georgia Tech just happened.
The Georgia Tech one, I think, was the worst, right?
Yeah.
But
that was earlier in the week.
Yeah, they were pretty surprised that this happened. I was thoroughly enjoying listening to their conversation that they were having. But once again, the Duke hate is still very, very strong with the TMZ crowd.
Yeah.
They didn't like how sweaty Flag was, and then they had to wipe the floor, and it took forever, that final 2 minutes of that game. So, yeah.
Is Duke gonna? I mean, you look at the remaining schedule; they should be able to cruise. Maybe the season finale in Chapel Hill, just because those games are always wild. They do get the Illini,
Illinois,
at the Garden.
Oh, that's at the Garden. Why was I thinking that was in? Why was I thinking that was in?
They're gonna lose one more, in my opinion. They're good. Don't get me wrong; they're good.
Illinois is gonna go in there after losing to Wisconsin, and Illinois is gonna knock off Duke.
They could do it. I thought for a second I thought it was in Cameron Indoor, and I thought that wasn't going to happen. But yeah. Then we cashed on. What's that?
That back to Duke. Relying on a freshman every single possession. I don't know if that can win you a national championship.
Yeah, that was another chalk it up to another late game pivotal turnover in a possession.
Like he's awesome. Cooper
Yeah.
Flags, he's a fucking stud. But he's going against grown men. And I don't know if that can win you 6 games in a row. I mean, I'm going to bet against it. I think they're going to get knocked off early, to be honest.
It wasn't the greatest game from him for about 32 minutes. And then the final 8, he showed up until the final possession. So,
yeah, I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
When the game is hard against good teams, it's a lot of NBA ISO shit for them. And
I totally believe it. Yeah, they did it against Kentucky as well.
And Kansas.
Yeah. Fun scene there. They stormed the court, everything that college basketball is and always should be. Storm
any
the fucking
thoughts
court.
on Dick?
I love seeing. I mean, look, I saw some people saying like it wasn't very good behind the mic. I mean, the guy couldn't speak for 9 months.
Yeah. I'm in that boat. I mean, I thought 5 years ago he should have hung it up. But good to see him back out there having
at least
fun.
Like to me, he's got personality and he's excited. He's enthusiastic about the game. It's not as bad as like Corso or something in football, but like to me, like we just watched that guy talk about how Hunter Dickinson should be National Player of the Year. I'd much rather see Dick Vitale be. There's so many people that are the same to me. At least Dick Vitale is unique. Even if I don't even agree with his opinions sometimes, like I don't think I agree with his opinions on like the portal or NIL, but I just like he gives it something that we don't have.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of in announcing in general. One of the things that drives me crazy, no matter the sport, is I just feel like everyone is the same fucking person. I can't tell the difference. Like, there's only like 4 or 5 guys that I really feel like I know that, oh, this is they're on the call.
Yeah.
So good to see him back.
Yeah. I added my input. I mean, I don't need him.
He'll probably do one more Duke Carolina game.
That's what I said. This is like,
I mean, that like the
once
Duke
a week.
Yeah.
No,
he doesn't need to be doing a game every other day. No. I mean, he's but he should do Duke Carolina at the end of the year. I mean, maybe he'll inspire Carolina.
Maybe they need it. We double lock Bellarmine against Jacksonville. This hit. Bellarmine's a wagon right now. ATS. What are we? We also double lock the system known as Vermont. Watch this whole game. We're in good hands. We're in good hands. I feel like this system is still. I'm glad I never hit the panic button or aborted from this. The other one I did, but this one I think we're still. I think this is solid. They look good today down the stretch. Your thoughts?
They're Vermont, man. Find a way to win.
Yeah. Fucking Sacred Hot found a way to win and to take down Fairfield. We ate shit on that one. And we were right with Iona taking down Marist 75-71.
Better watch out for Tobin.
Watch out for Iona beating.
Oh, Iona's getting hot.
Yeah, and then I'm not sure if you went with me on this. I can't remember, but I locked up Long Beach State with the big number. Almost won this thing. I think you went with me, right? Northridge by 3. Then Santa Clara destroyed San Diego by 23. Didn't bet that game. Who cares? I did bet IUPUI, and Wright State destroyed them. This next game was awesome. Asheville, High Point in overtime. High Point wins by 4. This fucking game was awesome.
Dude, like this is like the definition of why was this game on a fucking Saturday at 7:00? This should have been a Friday night national TV game, back and forth. High Point takes back the Big South from Asheville. This was a fun game. Good win, High Point.
Jordan Marsh.
Oh my God.
Lit it up today. Yeah, that game's awesome. Rewatch that one. Best case scenario happened sort of. I did take the money line here, but I also took the points. The Pussy Pack, of course, they didn't hit on the money line for me, but they lost, which is still entertaining. Stanford 74, Pussy Pack 73. We double lock this.
It's a great scenario.
Yeah. Also, the Mexicans covered for us against Lamar. Yeah, 70-68. Lamar gets the win. And Doug Gottlieb covered for us in Fort Wayne. We're on a roll.
Lamb at the buzzer.
Then up Montana covered for us against Northern Arizona with a double. Did you went here, right? Yeah. And then UT Arlington for Mac covers in Seattle. I stayed away. Seattle won at the buzzer. Yeah, great fucking game. And then Bradley got back on it against Evansville.
They covered.
Did you bet that?
Yeah, I bet Bradley.
Oh, okay.
This is when it got hot. 7:00.
Yeah. Gonzaga Pacific. Gonzaga won by 17. Didn't touch this game, but a little concerning. Yeah. We double locked Northern Colorado, and it hit. Laying 5.5. They won by 7 against Montana State. We also double locked Cal Baptist as they stuck it to Grand Canyon by 14.
Out.
Yeah. Great call. Super sharp over here.
Well, I hope you play some games here, man.
All right, now I need to talk about this game. I'm sure you didn't watch it, but I watched every damn second.
Can I guess what game you're even going to mention here?
What is it?
Sacred Heart. Fairfield?
No. No, we already talked about that.
Oh, you did? Shit.
Briefly. Did you bet that game, Bieniek?
No, I just thought that was going to be one that you were upset about because you're always on Fairfield.
No, yeah.
Bieniek was the only guy in the history of 154 games, and I bet one game less.
American, I gave up, and it cashed.
Oh God, that roller coaster.
I hope you put 401k on it at least.
Okay, you want a real roller coaster. I lost tonight. I had ECU minus 1.5.
Oh, I watched this game. They should have lost though.
Well, dude, to two different instances here.
Actually, it was back and forth.
Well, no. They the final 2 minutes they definitely should have lost, right? Yeah. Or the final, specifically the final minute they should have lost. But hey, ECU, if you would make your fucking free throws at the 2 and 3 minute mark, they should have won it. In that regard, you can sit there and say ECU should have covered this.
Yeah.
But down the stretch, I mean, I still can't believe they pulled this out of their ass because ECU had missed, 5 free throws in the final 3 minutes? Or you can't do that in a one possession game. But somehow, some way, they got the old fashioned 3-point play. They pressed, got a steal on a jump ball, got a jump ball with they had possession, and then CJ Walker, who is a fucking beast.
Oh, he's a dog. He's great,
dude. They should be. This roster is so much better than the performance that we get every night. Yeah,
talent, man.
That's what I'm saying. This roster is good, man. The roster
they could win the conference tournament. The more and more I watch them, I'm like, dude, they have players in this team.
But that's really why we should get rid of Schwartz because this team is good. This team is good, man.
They're going to win the tournament. Watch.
Like the actual players, it's the best the best roster ECU's had since like 1993 or some shit like that. So,
You're
but
right.
what
they have some high major guys on that team.
Yeah, man. I mean, specifically to me, I know we were talking about this the other night, but like, Walker kills it every time he steps on the court right now. Felton's a ball.
Walker and Hayes are all high major players.
Dude, I like Riley. Riley, the Temple transfer. I like his game, man. Jordan Riley. Like that's what I'm saying. The team is. I've watched ECU for a long time. I've watched ECU for a long time. This is by far the most talent they've had on the court. and that even includes the Tristan Newton shit. You know what I mean? Like for the whole team, this is the most talented roster in like 25 years, 30 years.
Without Tucker DeVries, ECU is just as talented as West Virginia right now.
Yeah.
When you watch the two, like,
yeah.
ECU has some dudes.
Yeah, so I'll still play it. Yes, though. Down 4 with 30 seconds left, 25 seconds left. They won by 1. South Dakota won by 1 against Oral Roberts. And then how about this backdoor cover by Arkansas?
Oh, fucking bad beat. I had Alabama.
Alabama was up like 20 the entire second half.
Higher game.
I didn't touch this game. But I did touch this one. Abilene Christian, 84, Southern Utah 70, double lock. Then we double locked LSU against Ole Miss. I did eat a little bit of shit and I sprinkled the money line.
They were up 11 with 3 minutes and they fucking lost outright. By the way,
let's talk about this. This is another job that's going to open, right?
Oh yeah. Bring back the old coach.
I mean, you can pay players now.
Yeah. Basically what he was doing is legal now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what their football coaches were always doing was illegal then.
I listen to all these Indiana shits because I enjoy their misery, but at the same time, I like to hear who they're speculating about. They're like, "Do you really want the stigma of Will Wade?" I'm like, "Dude, he was doing what was illegal then, but is legal now."
Every damn coach was doing that. He was doing nothing wrong.
It's like these fucking UConn fucking pussies tweeting at me, be like, "Rick Pitino's not a high integrity guy." Shut the fuck up and take your loss. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. I am so sick of these pussies. I mean, my God.
There was
why are they saying that? Because of the prostitution, or
yes,
like,
there was a UConn listener in here last night talking about how there was an FBI investigation against this.
God. Fucking shut up. Everybody's corrupt.
Please.
Welcome to reality.
Yeah. Look, I picked the wrong night to bring that up. We'll talk about that in another episode. But SEMO took down Southern Indiana. I had the discipline to not bet Southern Indiana. Then I think this was maybe yours as well. UTEP 66, New Mexico State 63. Did they lead wire to wire? It was pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. UC Davis took it to Fullerton. Idaho State took it to Weber State. Then San Francisco LMU. Man, I took LMU money line. You bastards. You battled back. You tied it up.
I don't like that team.
Shout out to San Francisco though. That's a game that was a hard spot to me.
Yeah,
that was a hard spot.
Agreed.
Colorado State, San Diego State. I bet the Aztecs. I lost, but I did not like that call on the rebound. Did you see the end of this game? So Colorado State misses a 3. The Colorado State big man grabs a rebound. He does travel after the 2 guys are up for it. He grabs it. They call a foul that I have a hard time on the foul. And then like what makes it worse is he traveled because of the players that were jumping. So you kind of landed, with your momentum going a certain way. Like Colorado State was probably the better team tonight. I'll say that, but it would have been interesting to see San Diego State with the ball there down 2, because they've stole some games like this a lot in Brian Dutcher's career. Shout out, the chat's talking about Nico Medved. He's doing a really good job too.
Yeah,
he's really doing.
I was wanting to see him coach without Isaiah Stevens. And
they looked horrible in November, and seeing how he's made this team go by now is really impressive. And Nick
Yeah.
Clifford's a fucking baller too.
I jumped in here to actually talk about San Diego State as they are in trouble. They entered the game 50th in the net, didn't win it, and they are running out of opportunities. Only one quad one game left. It's at Utah State. They're on the outside looking in, I think.
San Diego State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
they beat Houston.
Yeah, and
who
they're
lose
just
to? They lost to someone who bad.
Didn't
they're just
Creighton
not
as well?
they're just not liked by the computer metrics, like the net, KenPom, everything like that. They're not on the right side of the
I fucking
bubble.
hate the metrics. That's just their style of play, so it doesn't favor their style of fucking play. So stupid.
Yeah.
But when do they get Reese Waters back? He's been out for like the whole year for them. That's a key player on that
entire
team.
So what
Is he
you're
out for the
saying
year?
So what you're saying is we're going to bet him every game in the conference tournament.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
they
Gonzaga.
definitely
Remember
could
that
be
one
that
year,
team.
Gonzaga? It's like they have to win the conference tournament to
Well,
make it.
New Mexico did it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, New Mexico's different though. They don't have the culture that San Diego State has.
Yeah.
But I do agree with Bieniek.
New Mexico's got some culture. They got the pit.
Not like San Diego State.
Yeah. San Diego State will beat the shit out of you.
San Diego State was in the national championship 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And they were in the
not
Sweet
arguing
16 last year. We're like, this team
Yeah.
sucks. And you look up and go, God damn, they're in the
Yeah,
Sweet
and
16 again.
and they lost the UConn in both of them. So.
Yeah, fucking bullshit draw. They got fucked 2 years ago against UConn. Those fucking referees.
We should have bet Bakersfield.
We can't say that. We can't say that they got fucked by the referees 2 years ago when they got into the Final Four, probably because of the referees.
Nah, fuck UConn. Don't give UConn anything.
No, Creighton.
He's talking about the
Creighton
San Diego
played
State
San Diego
Creighton
State.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, I was okay with the call. I don't know. I
Good
mean,
call.
yeah, I was. It's a tough call in that spot, but I think it's actually the right call.
I'm
but
just saying we can't contradict ourselves within
yeah.
90 minutes of a show.
No,
fair.
No. The UConn fans deserve everything coming their way. They're annoying.
But same with the Bakersfield fans because they lost another close one. Why did we not bet Bakersfield?
I bet Bakersfield.
Did you? I didn't. I stayed away.
Yeah, I thought
stayed
you
away.
did.
Maybe I drunk on the show said it. I didn't do it.
Take my life.
Riverside by 5. They get it done. And then I actually think this is one of the more impressive wins tonight. St. Mary's goes into Corvallis, holds Oregon State to 49 points.
This game sucks.
I can't believe they just come on, Wayne Tinkle. You got to get this one.
Yep. No more bubble talk. They're done.
And then
They
how
gotta
about
win the conference
St.
tournament.
Mary's isn't a bad loss, though.
Yeah, but Bieniek, that was the game that they had to have.
They
to like
needed to have it, but
get
it's not
on
a
the
bad
radar.
loss.
but
It
they
doesn't
could get it again in Vegas though.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, they got to win the
eliminate
conference
it.
tourney. They got to win the conference.
They're in
tourney.
the same spot as San Diego
Yeah.
State.
No.
San Diego State's better though.
San Diego State has way better wins.
Yeah, and they're just better. They beat you down
And the
sometimes.
Mountain West is better.
Like,
Sprinkle that WCC bullshit on.
you see how lit this UC San Diego, UC Irvine game was, and how impressive the Tritons were. Nice call. I stayed away from this,
It was a revenge game.
dude. Awesome crowd, by the way. Awesome fucking crowd. But yeah, the Tritons. I love the Big West. It's just so great.
The Triton crowd came to the game too. They
Yeah, I
showed-
know. They put them way up there though.
Yeah.
I love that stadium. I can't believe this one didn't hit, by the way. I got burned on Santa Barbara -5. This one should have hit. This one should have hit. Bullshit. Final seconds. Hawaii loses by 4. Nice crowd there too. And then I want to battle against you. Arizona 82.
Fun game.
Texas Tech 73.
So good, that game.
Bear down, Matola. Your thoughts?
Arizona's playing good ball, man. They found their identity, and ever since Caleb Love made that 70-footer, they've been on a roll. The schedule's about to get real, though. I will say that. They got to go to K-State. They got to go to Baylor. They got to go to Kansas. And I
Wait a
think they
second.
gotta go
I mean,
to
their schedule was real before. What did they have in a row? Iowa State.
Yeah,
Baylor?
but look, every game was in Tucson.
Okay, fair.
In terms of like top league, they got to go to the Fog. They got to go to Hilton. They got to go to the Octagon of Doom, and they got to go to Waco still. So like, they're playing their ass off. I mean, they're a fun team, but we'll see how they do on the road down here.
And then Danny Sprinkle and Washington getting it done. 76-71 against Northwestern. I didn't really watch any of that game. I guess I had it on for a little bit, but not really. All right, game balls. Finally got here. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Where are you going? Game ball 1.
Florida Gators. They went at the jungle wire to wire. I mean, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
It's a game ball of the year.
It really is. I'll go to Clemson. You had to have that. I mean, I think you were going to make the tournament anyway, but this one I think solidifies everything, and I think this Clemson team could be a dangerous draw in the tournament too. So give me one for the Tigers. Where are you going with the second game ball?
Kansas State beating Kansas. There's fucking fairies 3 straight in the Octagon of Doom. Well done, guys. Sorry for doubting you today. I thought maybe you would shit the bed. K-State's back on the bubble.
Yeah, they're a fun story right now too. Yeah. They're playing really good ball. I will go to the likes of Texas A&M going into Mizzou, ranked team, lit environment, finding really, like I said, maybe the second half, I felt like Mizzou was always winning by 2 or 4 points or whatever. But down the stretch, you made the plays. Wade Taylor, veteran team, and Wade Taylor just made a big time shot. Give me the Aggies game ball. Where are you going with your third and final game ball?
Big West, UC San Diego going into Irvine, making a statement. We got a fun conference race. This should be a 2-bid league. This should be a 2-bid league.
It really should, man. It really should. I will give a game ball to man, there's a lot of options here, but I'm gonna say no, they don't deserve that, even though the game was awesome. Hey, give me Hail State. Going into Georgia, avoiding that. You needed to get that to get yourself back in the mix. Yeah. And you survived it. So there you go. I don't know. You could make a case. I was gonna say High Point, but I don't know. There's a bunch of other. Stony Brook's another one. But anyway, let's talk about tomorrow's action. But before I do that, I want to let you know that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, SGPN's partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. And the best part is no credit checks, and it's completely free. Sign up today. Use that promo code SGPN so you get better cashback rewards and instant tier 2 status. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. Once again, that's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. The big game is coming this weekend. Obviously, LaSalle, UMass. We're going to talk about it in a minute. But also, you got the Super Bowl. New customers can get a Travis Kelce free pick if they sign up before the game. Plus, Underdog's site-wide no sweat entry token is now live. You can cash in on your Underdog entry and get bonus credit in return. So sign up, and when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN. Claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. All right, game 1 tomorrow morning. Or noon, high noon Eastern. Xavier heading into Philadelphia, where Nova is laying 2.5 points. I'm gonna lay the 2.5 with Villanova.
What do you think? What do you think the crowds are going to be like? We have 3. Philly,
Oh shit, that's a good point.
the Eagles.
Wait a second here. No, I think we should take Xavier. I don't think this will be
I'm
that
watching
lit.
Xavier.
Yeah,
Xavier's
yeah.
going outright. Xavier is
that's
playing
a
better
great point.
basketball. It's going to be a 1-possession game. I'll take Xavier. I think they win the game outright.
That's a great fucking point. I wonder what that crowd's going to be.
I don't think and it's at the Sixers arena.
And what the Super Bowl's kicking off? What 5 hours later?
6 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
They show up to the shit.
That's tricky. I wonder what it will be. Kind of ruins my handicap. I was kind of liking Nova to. I'll take Xavier right now. No bet. I'll probably end up betting it.
I'm all over Xavier.
Yeah.
Xavier's be the better coach.
Mac locking up the Musketeers. G-Dub, the Colonials of George Washington. The Colonials of George Washington. The Colonials of George Washington are heading into Bonaventure, New York to take on the Bonnies. The Bonnies are laying 5.5 points. I was thinking about taking G-Dub here, buddy. I was thinking about taking G-Dub on the money line. Am I crazy?
Nope. I like G-Dub here. I actually think they're more talented than the Bonnies. I think we get a 1-possession game. I will lock up G-Dub here. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Uno.
Let's go. Bieniek, you with us?
I'm gonna take the under. Cocktail Napkins got this at 131. And G-Dub, when they've hit the road, specifically in conference play, they are 0-4, 1-4. They're only winning against Rhode Island. So I just think that maybe this is a 1-possession game, but I think it's a low scoring one. So give me that under.
All right, there we go. So double lock on G-Dub, and then take the under on this game.
Bodies bottom 15 in tempo. So
there we go. Hey, look at this. There's a regional game going on in the Big Ten.
Can I get Rutgers plus 17.5?
Sorry. Forgot about that. But Maryland's laying 9.5. Oh, I'm tempted to take Rutgers plus the 9.5 here, but I don't know. With the way Maryland lost the other day, you know what?
We're all
give me
over
the
Rutgers.
Give me the 9.5. Yeah.
Yeah. Rutgers is way better than their record. They're finally healthy. I think they're going to be a pain in the ass this last month of the season. Give me Rutgers. Lock it up. And, dude, I think they're live on the money line. This is not a bad. This is not a bad sprinkle. 370.
I'll join you on the 9.5 too. Let's go. Maybe sprinkle too. Next up, Ohio State's in Lincoln, Nebraska. Nebraska's laying 2.5. I'm laying it. This Ohio State bullshit out of here. They lucked up the other night. Give me these Huskers minus 2.5. We battling?
No, I like Nebraska. I mean, I like Diebler as a dog, but they got so fucking lucky. Nebraska gets it done. They're trying to get back on the right side of the bubble. They pull away late. Let's go.
Double lock on these Huskers. I think this next one was the one I actually spent the most time thinking about here. Arizona State's in Stillwater taking on Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is the favorite, but no one goes to these games. There are 8-2 at home, but I kind of think Arizona State's a better basketball team, but they just always find a way to lose. Give me the Sun Devils. No strong conviction. What are you doing here?
I like Oklahoma State. I think they have the better coach. I like Lutz. Back at home. I want to keep fading Arizona State. I think they suck. I'll lock up Oklahoma State.
Moneyline Mac locking up these Cowboys. Then you have Wichita State and Tampa, Florida. Catching 1.5. This is a stupid game. Give me Wichita.
Yeah, I'll lock up Wichita.
Let's go. Let's go.
South Florida is off of the fucking Taylor Heat game.
Yep.
Wichita wins by.
And here's another lock as Temple's catching 13.5 at Memphis. Yep. I will lock Temple. You want to talk about a money line play that's worth it potentially? Is Mashburn playing? Is he fucking playing?
Who knows?
Kind of need to know these things if I'm going to play the money line, but I'm definitely taking the points. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take the Owls too.
Yeah, triple lock on these Owls. Where are we at here? Somewhere in this mix. Here we go. Temple plus the points.
One of the only articles I can find that's addressing the Mashburn, will he play or will he not, is behind a paywall. So fuck the commercial appeal.
Yeah. It's, it's really annoying. Not because I'm tempted to play that money line if he's playing. Tempted.
Show me the big game.
Penny is a big favorite. That's a fucking fade.
We want the big game. The Super Bowl.
We've been waiting for this big game. I've been waiting for it. This is the game that I will highlight, and I'll probably watch this game twice. Frank got him the first time. UMass is heading to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is on the USA Network if you're looking for it. You don't just walk into the John Glazer Arena after, especially after you did Fran this dirty by 22.
I saw you looking at that.
What was that? What did I not put it? Oh shit, my bad. What's the number on this then?
LaSalle's laying 1.5.
This is a smash spot. I can tell you this. You know why it's a smash spot, Mac?
What's that?
The Super Bowl's going on. The Eagles are in. There's a big shipment fucking coming in. No one's paying attention. The cops are all watching the fucking games, right? This is big time shipment. This is the score of a century here. And Fran knows it. I know he fucked up. He was down there in Richmond, Virginia, and the whole operation went sour. He got the Virginia Slims to a certain extent. But this, the shipment of a lifetime coming in, Pier 39. You got to trust it, Bieniek. Lock LaSalle. Fran is gonna get revenge. We got a battle?
The city of losers. I will give out a parlay here. I will give out Xavier money line. I will give out the Kansas City Chiefs money line. And I will give out UMass. Fuck you, Philly, you loser motherfucking town.
I'm tailing this parlay.
Fade Philly, shithole city.
The city of loserly love. I'm all over this.
City of loserly love. Loserville. Let's go.
I find that very disrespectful to say it to this guy's face right now. Well, you guys could have told me to at least take the photo down before you said this.
He's a loser. I don't know why you pump him up so much.
Oh my God.
Oh, easy there. Easy.
Oh my God. I mean, the youth just doesn't know right from wrong. The shipment's coming in, Bieniek, whether you like it or not. All right. And look, I'll tell you this: when Dusty May leaves and you go make some bullshit hire again, right? You're gonna wish you had this guy coaching your team. All right.
Yeah. Temple wishes they still wish had him.
You're goddamn right. We got a battle in the game of all games tomorrow. UMass, LaSalle.
He's a loser tomorrow, chat.
Top plays of the night. Well, it starts right there with fucking LaSalle. How many are we giving away? Two each.
I'll keep it simple.
I'll go LaSalle. I'm gonna go. What's the second best one here? Give me George Washington money line. That's high stakes here. I mean, I guess I kind of like the Temple play is pretty safe, but let's have fun. George Washington. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm fading that shithole city. The city of shithole, fucking brotherly,
Love?
fucking loser, fucking love. They got one Super Bowl. They run their fucking mouths. Chiefs are going to beat their ass. Xavier's going to beat Villanova's ass. And UMass is going to beat LaSalle's ass. Fuck Philly. Loser ass city.
Bieniek, where are you going?
Fucking loser.
Philly's going to lose this game, but they'll cover it. Temple, they'll cover. And also, I like the under 134.5. George Washington and St. Bonaventure.
Yeah, Mac, you might as well add Memphis money line to that parlay.
Well, I mean, that's there is corruption in Philly, so Temple will cover. They'll lose by 11 because that's what Philly does well. They cover, but they don't win. Hey,
the juice says the city of brotherly jack fucks.
Exactly, the city of jack fucks, because they're the only fucking city that's retarded enough to fucking fire Andy Reid. Enjoy losing to him again tomorrow.
I mean, they deserve that.
Yeah,
and Fran Dunphy.
Yeah, and Fran Dunphy. They get every day coming their way tomorrow. Loser.
Give Bieniek a follow on Twitter.
And what's our guy from St. Joe's? They fired him
Martelli.
too.
God
Martelli. Yeah.
What have they done right over there?
Yeah.
All right. They probably fired Jim Lynam. I can't remember. Folks, give Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And make sure you hop on over to the YouTube page, youtube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us a lot. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast to. All that shit helps a lot. So please, if you can, do that. Check out the College Baseball Experience. Season goes in full swing Friday. Conference previews continue to roll. Check them out. Thursday night pick show. Check it all out. Check out the College Football Experience as well. Till next time, folks. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
The fuck is that?
Oh. And we are out of here now. Now, I feel like. How did I fuck that up?
Can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. They say the Lord watches over my sins. Over my head, watching hair as it thins. Over the ledge, it ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win, lose, or draw. You ain't prepared unless you all ready to lose it all. Losing a brawl? Yeah, that's a Friday day. Good friends know my Nina Hideaway. They came and went, but the riders stay. So it's like I won the lottery and can't be found. Until I resurface with the latest purchase. 33 and a third and 45 circles. You ain't got that shit. And I ain't 45 king. But on the beats, I've been doing my thing. When I start the program and the doorbell ring, I gotta leave town to a place I can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. American dreams, lessons, and still they work. I guess the sand on the beach still was really dirt. Now I'm going home, flying over Rome at 30,000 feet. Like, damn, is that really Earth? I see the killers work on walls, familiar turf. Got a little school in graph, 101 was first. Got a little school in math, didn't really work. But put the numbers on the block and I make them hurt. Any block is my stomping ground where my people lay low so they can't be found. They don't wanna be. Ain't from the crew, but I'm honorary. Liquid, soul assassin, harmony. Type of armory that's more than a shield. Yeah. Type of armory's DeLorean steals. Type of warrior's ill. So true to my sound, but dig deep so it can't be found. My celly's off so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every